They say all good things must come to an end, but fortunately for the Lopes women's basketball team, they get to determine when that end will be. GCU bids farewell to the regular season tonight at GCU Arena with Game 2 against Seattle University. But beyond playing for pride, the Lopes are playing for that number 2 seed heading into the WAC tournament because, of course, the winner of that punches its ticket to the big dance. So although we still have a day on the calendar left here in February, the madness, it is upon us. I'm Kate Longworth, welcoming you to the Lopes pregame show driven by Nissan, coming at you live here on Fox 10 Extra. And it can be a little confusing, so grab a paper, grab a pen. This we will call your first lesson in this year's bracketology. Because coming into this weekend, the Lopes, well, they were in a 3-way tie for that number 2 seed. California Baptist has secured that top spot, of course, with their perfect 20-0 record. But Utah Valley, Grand Canyon, Seattle University, all tied on Friday. Now, see, this is when you need to follow along. Grand Canyon beat Seattle University last night, so they now move up to 7-4 with their 15th win on the season. Meanwhile, Utah Valley in action at UTRGV this weekend. They swept that series, so they are now looking like they're in the number 2 spot, but they still have a couple of games against Tarleton. We're just going to put that to the side. And are you getting confused yet? Well, luckily for you, we have a couple of astute basketball professors on our side. So it is time now to welcome in Barry Boutel, Scott Williams.
Where are these guys?
I think I lost Scott on that. Barry, I hope you're still with me.
Guys?
I couldn't even spell it. So
I know. The point being, I think, guys, if I can make sense of all of this, is the Lopes just need to go out there, keep it simple for all of us. They need to win tonight. So instead, I turn it to you guys and ask, how do they go about doing that?
Well, they keep doing what they did a night ago, right? They shut down the Redhawks from Seattle 90-43. Again, that stifling, pressure-filled defense, 20 turnovers. It's almost commonplace to hit 20 turnovers.
Yeah, wire-to-wire job last night. Got off to a fantastic start. Coach Molly Miller loved the way her team shot the ball. She realizes when they come out, they hit early shots, they get steals, they get buckets in transition. It gives them a lot of fuel and confidence for the remainder of the basketball game, and that's what they got off to that nice 12-0 start.
What a future it's going to be with a couple of fab freshmen for GCU. Tierra Brown lighting it up, her 7th straight game hitting in double figures.
Yeah, she was absolutely fantastic. 6 of 9 from the field. She goes for 20 minutes, 14 points, grabs 4 rebounds. But just look at the effort. That's what Coach Miller loves about all of her players, especially out of Brown. Just a total all-out effort on every play. It's an opportunity for a lot of people to go out there and play. If they want to play that hard, they realize, I'm going to get minutes. Coach Miller likes when I give 100% effort.
Yeah, how about the other fab freshman, Katie Scott, leading this team in points and rebounding this season?
She's been fantastic, teaming up with Brown. I mean, they were a combined 11 for 17. I love the way Scott can mix up the outside shot and the inside power game, great footwork, good timing, good confidence around the basket. Never takes the ball down low. That could have been an and-one finish there. But look at the balance scorers on this squad. You know, Katie Scott, 3-time WAC player of the year. You'd think she'd be averaging 20 points a game, 16.5 points a game. All us, Brown with almost 11, and then a bunch with 9. So just a fantastic job distributing the basketball, playing together. That's why they like playing for one another. That's why they're so successful on the floor.
Yeah, Piera and Caldwell teamed up to score 16 of the 26 third-quarter points for the Lopes last night. Well, they definitely put up the points, those 90 points, but they also stifle their opponents defensively. Take a look at one example.
Sharks out there on the floor, I mean, just really aggressive, attacking the ball handler, forcing into just wild passes. When they're not getting the hands on basketballs and getting deflections or, jumping on screen roll situations, then they play tough defense in a post without fouling, force tough shots. And I love this one right here. Everybody scrambling after the cross-court pass. Doesn't matter if you move, I move, and we're going to shut down everything inside. All of a sudden, they end up with an outside shot, trying to force something at the basket with the shot clock about to expire. A lot of white jerseys inside to rebound the miss.
Tough to try to set anything up when you have that type of tenacious defense. The Redhawks, well, they were led by Georgia Keogh a night ago, 11 points. She's She's not their top scorer. That's Mackenzie Williams. Williams was held to just 1 point last night, but Keogh is their leading rebounder.
Yeah, she does a good job. 4 boards last night to go along with those 11 points you talked about. I mean, she's constant energy out there. You got to watch her. She doesn't shoot the outside ball, but she just knows how to play without the basketball. Gets on the offensive glass as well.
Well, we'll see how the Redhawks respond here tonight. They had poor shooting. We don't anticipate that happening again here tonight, but we'll see how the Lopes close it out as they hope to carry that momentum over to the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas in just a short little while at the WAC tournament. Kate, back downstairs to you.
Well, Barry, I actually like where you're going with that, with the tournament just around the corner. I kind of wanted to just get your thoughts. Tonight's game, it means something, right? I mean, the Lopes aren't just going out there trying to put a pretty bow on this season. How important is it to ensure a top seeding heading into that tournament when it is one and done if you lose?
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to break this momentum. They don't want to continue to look elsewhere for what has been an inspiring season for Coach Miller, and one in which they've really pressed all year. You wonder just how the energy level is going to continue, but last night, what a huge advantage with a number of players. Like Katie Scott only played 16 minutes last night.
Yeah, no one over 25 minutes last night, Kate, and you're exactly right. When you lose 3 out of 4 games, you got to get the ship righted. They did that last night, getting a good fresh start to jump-starting their season, getting that momentum going. A lot of players feeling good about last night, but Coach Miller was quick to crack that whip. So you enjoy this one for about an hour in 10 minutes, and then that's it. We got to re-energize, refocus, to continue that type of energy to lead to success on the floor going into the tournament.
All right, thank you guys. We'll see you at the top of the hour with all the action, and we'll see what Coach Molly Miller has in her back pocket for tonight's action. And as we set the table for tip-off, we're going to get to know these players a little bit better, including SoCal star on the high school hardwood, Kennedy Shorts. It's a short little story when we get back.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show, driven by Nissan, as the Lopes are getting ready for their regular season finale tonight against the Redhawks. The Lopes got their 15th win on the season last night over Seattle. What can they do tonight? Well, only time will tell. Kate Longworth, welcome you back here, and we're going to get to know some of the players, including Kennedy Shorts, who really made a name for herself in high school on the hardwood, and now thanks to the system that Molly Miller has brought over here to GCU, Shorts has been able to relive those SoCal glory days. So far this season, she has set career highs in nearly every category, making everyone know that number 2 is the number 1 teammate you can count on coming off the bench.
Now 4. Here's Vadas. Straight away for 3. No. Shorts, good position. Gets the offensive board. Follows and scores. Kennedy Shorts. And there's a steal on cue. Kennedy Shorts comes down with 4 to beat. Reverse layup. Got it. What a play by Kennedy Shorts.
Hi, we're here with Kennedy Shorts of the GCU women's basketball team here in GCU Arena, where the Lopes are off to a fantastic start, and it's with her help playing a bigger role this season. Kennedy, you've been here a couple years, but your role has changed a lot this year. I think you've already played as many minutes this year as all of last season.
Yeah, it's been a great improvement for me just because I think the system fits for me more than it did the last few years. In high school, this was kind of like my role in general, so I kind of just fell back to what I knew how to do.
You came from an athletic powerhouse at Long Beach Poly, part of a title team there, but what's that culture like at your school where Long Beach Poly is just famous for athletes in all sports?
I think it's more on a family base. Everybody cheers on everybody, just supports. Even now, I still get support 3 years later. So I think that's the biggest thing.
You talked about your fit in this system. Did that take some convincing for you to know how much the coaching staff would use you and how they could use you?
Well, at first when they told me, I was like, what? We're a defensive team? Like, my dreams just came true, because for the past 4 or 5 years in high school, even before that, that's how I got here. So her having me take on the defensive role, I took it personal, and I think it's working out for me.
And it seems like you've been a great complement in the front court with Katie Scott, because just the way your games fit each other.
Yeah, I find her all the time. I think it's just like a mind thing. I just always know where she is. I just try to give her the ball in her hands as much as possible so we can just get going back on defense.
Is there a favorite? I know you love defense, but is there a favorite part? Because you grab a lot of rebounds, you block some shots, you get some opportunities to score.
I think my favorite part, and my dad makes fun of me all the time, is when they first take out the ball and I'm just doing jumping jacks. Just doing 20 jumping jacks, just trying to get that 5-second count. We never get it. I swear it's always 5 seconds, but we always get like 4.5. So this season it should be 5.
Well, you guys put in so much work over the summer on things like that, just ingraining that into what you do. This coaching staff, what have they taught you guys that you are capable of?
Hard work pays off. Like, we were here June, the first week of June, when nobody was here, when everybody was kind of like, are we going to have a season or not? Coach Miller was just like, you know what, we're just going to prepare for whatever. So we've been here grinding every day. It's hard, but as you guys see, it pays off. So.
How about off the court for you? How has GCU fit you personally, just academically, faith-wise, all that?
I picked GCU because it was close to home, so I could either go back and forth. But GCU was kind of like my college. It's more family-based. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody speaks. Everybody's polite. The area is nice. I mean, it's a little hot, but you get used to it, so I love GCU.
All right. Well, cool. We look forward to more great things for you in the next couple of years. Thanks, Kennedy.
I don't know if Kennedy can complain about the heat. She's from Southern California beach towns. I mean, she gets to go home for the summers. But she is certainly bringing the heat to the court this year for the Lopes. And no doubt the Lopes hoping to finish off that regular season in a big way. And you'll get to watch how it all plays out right here as we continue to count you down to tip-off. And after a big win last night, how do you go out there and do it again? Well, we're going to get the inside details from Coach Miller when we return right after this.
Going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
When I think back on graduation day, it's such a special moment, walking across the stage, hearing your name called. I think I would really regret not walking. I think being able to finish out a long college experience with an awesome moment like graduation is really special.
If I hadn't decided to walk that day, I think I'd regret not having that sense of closure and accomplishment for that huge chapter in my life.
My name's Noah and I graduated in 2015.
My name is Lauren and I graduated in 2016.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show, driven by Nissan. A busy day for GCU with 13 sporting events. And as we see on the USAA athletic calendar, the action continues tomorrow. Baseball wrapping up their 4-game set against Oregon State. Softball swinging for the fences Sunday as well at the Purple Classic. And women's golf tees off the GCU Classic Monday and Tuesday. And then lucky for you, we're back with you here on Fox 10 Extra on Friday and Saturday as men's basketball wraps up its WAC season. But right now we have a season finale on our hands with women's basketball. And earlier today, Barry Buttel sat down with Coach Molly Miller to get tonight's game plan.
Thanks, Kate. And Coach, wow, what a game last night. Your team came to play and really stifled the Red Hawks with a big 90-43 win. what obviously was going well for you guys?
It was nice to be back at home, first of all. You know, sleep in our own beds, do our own pregame routine, some of that normalcy, and then just continue to come out and hit shots. You know, that was the biggest thing for us. Are we going to be able to pass, catch, in rhythm, hit shots? When we see those first couple of shots go in, we gain some confidence, and that's where our momentum came from.
Let's talk about a few players. Laura Piera had 6 assists in the game and really lit it up with Taylor Caldwell in that third quarter, had 16 of the 26.
Yeah, those two. It's nice to see them both on at the same time because that's pretty dangerous for us. You know, they play kind of complementary basketball with one another. So for us, it's great to kind of see those two work together, hit the open man, hit open shots like you just saw LP there. They're sharing the basketball really well, and when they do that, that opens a lot of their own shots. So to see those two really shine last night, I hope just they can build on that today.
The Fab freshman also being heard from in the game. Let's start with Tierra Brown, who had 14 points. I think she's got 7 straight double-digit scoring games, 9 of the last 10.
Yeah, I've said this before. She's like a double-double machine. She can score it, and she can rebound. She does a lot of things nice. There you see her on the pick and roll, being able to finish. So she can go inside or out. She's just one of those solid players, hitting bodies on screens, being able to finish. And I think for us, her best basketball is still ahead of her, but it's scary what she can currently do. And she's just going to improve to get better because she's a freshman.
The other Fab freshman right there dishing the ball off was Katie Scott, who leads the team in points and rebounding. She just continues to be consistent in her freshman campaign.
Yeah, she's really hard to guard. She can hit the three nicely. She can score it down low. When she posts up one-on-one, that's kind of an easy bucket for her, those one-on-one matchups. And she's doing a lot of that, rebound putbacks. That's a huge statistic for us. They've got a guarder on that three-point line, so that little shot fake jumper's open. So she really has become a 3-level scorer where she can take it to the rim, pull up jumper, or hit the three. So that's, for us, a huge advantage when she can do that, and we can bring her out on the perimeter and score those easy baskets.
What's great, too, is the minutes weren't piled up by a number of players. She just had 16 minutes on the floor. That's got to be nice as you go into a back-to-back here tonight.
Yeah, it is. It was a great thing to be able to spread the minutes around, have some legs, you know, rest. And I think for us, when we're coming into this game, that's got to give us motivation to be able to play hard because, you know, we left it all out there, but we consistently across the board left it out there. So for us, just kind of getting that second win, that renewed energy to come back, because it's going to be a different ball game. We know that. They're going to come out really, really strong, so we've got to respond to that.
It is senior night. Talk a little bit about your two seniors. One of them obviously disappointing with the injury to start the season for Chloe.
Yeah, I think when we heard Chloe and the results of the ACL, she went down. And for us, that's just something that is heart-wrenching because she's such a great person. She was going to give it a shot at basketball, and she really, those first few months, surprised us, honestly. But, you know, for her, this has been a great experience regardless. She's on the sidelines learning a lot. Then we bring in Nana, who just kind of came in to the unknown and really has developed as a leader, kind of the mouthpiece of the team and the voice, and has that experience. So it's been good to welcome those two to the Lope family, and they will forever be a Lope.
Another player before we end the segment, Taylor Caldwell had 11 points in the game as well. She's been pouring up the assists for you this season. She's been battling that coming back from the knee injury as well. You close things out here tonight. Looks like you've got a pretty potent top part of your lineup.
Yeah, you know, just some adversity that she's really battled through, and she's looking strong. That's a strong move to the basket you saw right there. So her defense intensity, her ability to score on the offensive end, it's really making her a threat, and she's thriving in this system. I mean, that's what picture perfect what we teach. Go on the turn, kind of run and jump style. So she's really doing a nice job being able to stop and hit the three and then turn around and play defense. And I think she's having fun, which is fun for me to see as a coach.
All right. You said you're not going to expect the same type of game here against Seattle. 20 turnovers, that's pretty much the norm for your squad. You limit their top scorer, Williams, to just 1 point, averaging about 15.5 points per game. What this tenacious defense, obviously both ends of the floor is what you really, really stress. How do you feel about this team, knowing this is the last game in conference play before you head to Las Vegas for the conference tournament?
You know, we want to continue the momentum. We talked in the locker room, every game we're about to play is the most important game of the season. So right now, this is the most important game of the season, and we have to take care of business. And yesterday was yesterday. It's going to be a totally different game. Teams are going to make adjustments. They missed some shots that I think they typically would have made, so we can't expect that again today. So our defense is just going to have to ramp it up and come with that same energy we did yesterday, but continue to grow every minute we're able to step on the court, because now we're first half, middle half, now we're in the last half of basketball, and we want to peak at the right time. I've said that, so hopefully we can just continue to come out and play well and get better as a team.
All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Head coach Molly Miller, will send it back over to you, Kate.
All right, thank you guys. And tonight, the team hoping to play tough, but look pretty while they do it right. Some pretty passes out there and a little pretty in pink. That's right. Tonight is the Lopes Play for K fundraiser to unite players and coaches and officials and fans, and that fight against cancer, raising awareness, as well as celebrating cancer warriors out there. So we will continue the show right after this quick break. So if you don't have your pink on, grab it and then come right back here with us. Lopes pregame will return right after this.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Welcome back to the GCU campus. We're inside GCU Arena. The game is set for a big one for the Lopes, trying to close off the regular season play. They garnered their 15th win on the season last night against the Seattle Redhawks. The two teams are battling out for that number 2 seed in WAC tournament play, which is in just a couple weeks in Vegas. But first tonight, as Coach just told us, is the most important game. And so she'll be looking to her players to bring their best tonight. And for Taylor Caldwell, it means a lot for her to be back on the court. Last year, just before the season tipped off, she was sidelined due to an ACL injury, and adding insult to injury. She was coming off a very successful freshman year campaign in which she scored in double digits in 7 of her outings. But now, as Taylor tells Paul Coro, the Lopes insider, she is feeling stronger than ever.
Caldwell around the Balagay screen, gives it back to her on the pick and roll. Back to TC from the elbow, perfect. Taylor Caldwell, long rebound to Caldwell. Let's see if the Lopes can use the transition. Caldwell stutter step, drive, put it up, put it in. Score it, count it, foul. Send TC to the free throw line. Caldwell expecting the contact.
Taylor, your team is off to a great start with your help. You've been a big integral part of that with the way you affect the game in a lot of ways. You've been trapping people here on the court all the time. What's it been like for you coming off of knee surgery and missing a year?
It's been great. I didn't know how I was going to do in this type of system with this type of intensity first coming off, but it's been great so far.
You spent a lot of time here in the offseason dedicated to rehabbing and getting back to where you were. What was that like psychologically and athletically to get back to where you were?
Mentally, it was pretty tough. I mean, it was hard. No one was here, so I was by myself. It was just me, Tarika, and Justin, the physical therapist on staff. So we put in a lot of hard work. It was hard, but it was very rewarding.
How much did that come back? Because you guys went hard in the summer once the team started coming back for workouts, putting in Molly Miller's new system. Did that sort of help you hit the ground running when you just went all out right away, full court stuff?
Yeah, definitely. So I just started running like a week or 2 before everyone came to campus. So it was good to get back on the court and get into things. We took it slow with COVID and all. We were like limited in what we could do. But it was good to get back on the court, especially just starting out.
you not only got back to where you're probably a better player than you were in the past too. I mean, I think you've had career highs in just about every category. What is this system doing for you as a player?
Yeah, I think this system really highlights my strengths on the court. I mean, I like the trap and the aggressive defense. I'm a defensive player first. So it's just really great, and it really complements my style of play also.
Is it cool, you know, Molly Miller wants to take this program to another level and get to NCAA tournaments. You guys are already making an imprint nationally, leading the nation in turnovers. How is it to be a part of something like that?
It's special, man. It's special, especially with the coaching staff and this being their first year. I know there's been a lot of doubts among the conference, but we've been exceeding.
And then internally, what's the culture like with you guys? Because you've got a lot of newcomers and then a few of you returnees too. How's that melded together?
It's welded together great. I mean, we all enjoy each other. We all have fun. We're all friends. There's no conflicts on the team or anything like that. So we all just hang out and have a good time, especially if there's like a really hard practice coming up. We really all just come together to get through.
All right. Well, we're happy to see you back on the court, TC. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys. And Thunder getting the crowd ready. It is a limited capacity here at GCU Arena due to COVID protocols, but those are safely in here while they're also sporting the pink to support Plate for Coach K tonight as the Lopes try to bring awareness to raising money for the fight against cancer. Meanwhile, the team will be taking the court for the fight against the Red Hawks tonight. Their season finale, regular season finale, is tonight, and we're moments away from tip-off. We'll keep it going as we take a look around the conference right after this.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions GIF Collection.
Now I'm so happy.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
It's a purple pregame party with a pink twist. Tonight, the Lopes Play for K fundraiser tonight for raising money and awareness for cancer. Sporting the pink right now, uniting the teams, the fans, and the coaches, players out there. And the team hoping to unite for their final WAC game of the season, the WAC regular season, because we all know the tournament is just around the corner, as the team will head to Las Vegas in 2 weeks, it looks like. And how will it all shape up? Well, that's why we're here, right? We're trying to understand this bracketology that awaits us. We can take a look around the WAC. The conference right now, Cal Baptist at the top. They are a perfect 20-0 with a star player being named the WAC Player of the Week last week, and scored 19 points and had 10 boards against, unfortunately, GCU. However, GCU fighting for that second spot. Utah Valley is also in that second spot with them, but they beat UTRGV today 53-50. They swept the weekend series, and they still need to face Tarleton this week to see their fate heading to Vegas. And if you're not confused yet, don't worry. We're going to walk you through this every step of the way because it is senior night here at GCU Arena. Also, some fabulous freshmen will be on display tonight for the Lopes. Molly Miller's team is finishing off the regular season here, but a lot is on the line. They want to go to Vegas and play big. We want you to enjoy a big game straight ahead. We'll be right back.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and to GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes close out the regular season looking to win 2 straight over the Seattle Redhawks. Good evening and welcome to GCU Women's Basketball. Alongside 3-time NBA champion Scott Williams, I'm Gary Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Wow, a night ago, the Lopes a 90-43 victor over these same Redhawks, led by the 14 points from Tierra Brown.
Oh, Tierra Brown was fantastic. This whole Lopes team was fantastic. I guess Redhawks must taste like chicken because everybody was feasting on the opponents last night. They were after them defensively, poking balls away, getting steals, getting points in transition. Jumped off to a 12-0 run, and Jackson was absolutely fantastic, knocking them down from the outside, scoring from the inside. Love this one right here. That was my game. Pick and roll to the basket, baby. Hooping a harm.
The Redhawks a night ago were led by their redshirt sophomore, the leader of the team in rebounding, Georgia Keogh.
Yeah, you got to watch her. She's absolutely fantastic. She can mix up the inside game. Got a nice little ability to face up, put the ball on the floor, get to the basket, get to the foul line, knock down free throws. Does a really good job of mixing up the inside, the out to keep the defense off balance.
11 points last night for Keogh. The Redhawks and the Lopes getting set to do battle here at GCU Arena. They close out the regular season. The 2nd seed, the 3 seed. Where will the Lopes fall? It's anyone's guess, but victory is in sight for the Lopes. It'll preserve that 2nd or 3rd spot at the WAC tournament in Las Vegas. It is senior night. There'll be a few people honored here on the court before the opening tip, but it's time to get things started. Let's send it down to our public address announcer with our opening prayer and the senior night festivities.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Senior Night at the beautiful GCU Arena and tonight's Play for K women's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Redhawks of Seattle U and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. For tonight's final home game of the season, we want to pay tribute to the seniors who have made a tremendous impact in making this a season as successful as it's been. These seniors have been integral parts of the on-court success and the family culture of the program. First, we're going to honor the 3 senior managers, starting with Cole Yearout. Cole has been with the Lopes for 2 seasons and has been an amazing asset to the program both on and off the court. From pushing the players at practice to bringing energy on the sidelines at games, we truly appreciate everything you do for us, Cole. Next is Aliana Garcia. She's been a part of the GCU family for 3 seasons. We are so thankful for Allie's dedication, not just to the team, but the entire GCU women's basketball program. And finally, for our senior managers, Dan Laskowski joined the GCU family this season and has made a great impact in practice and on the sidelines. We are grateful for all the hard work and energy you bring to make this team better. And now for our two senior players. We start with a graduate transfer, a senior guard from Bellevue, Nebraska, Chloe Akin Atiko. Chloe joined the Lopes after spending 4 seasons as a track star and athlete at Kansas. Her high school basketball success and pure athleticism made it easy for Coach Miller to bring her onto the team. Despite facing an ACL injury right before the start of this season, Chloe remains a key member and leader of the program by bringing energy and positivity every day. Chloe is pursuing a master's degree in public health. And now, a special message from Chloe's family.
Chloe, this is your big brother Jordan, and I'm so proud of all the hard work and dedication you had. I love you very much. Love you.
Hi, Chloe. We love you so much. So proud of everything that you've done this year. You've come a long ways and you've been through a lot, and we're just so proud of you. From me and Joel. Love you.
Hi Chloé, bonjour Chloé. Je veux juste te dire que je suis très fière de toi, de tout le travail que tu as accompli. Je sais que tu as travaillé très fort. Je t'aime, j'ai hâte de te voir. Bisous.
Hey, Boo-Boo. We love you so much. Super proud of everything you're doing. Super proud of all you've gone through to get to where you are and still keeping your head up. We love you so much. Go Lopes!
Bye, Chloe. Love you.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Akin Atiko. And lastly, a senior guard out of Oakland, California, Nydeja Jackson. Nydeja, better known here as Nana, was a graduate transfer to GCU after playing at Providence and Youngstown State. While pursuing a master's degree in leadership, Nydeja has started all 21 games for the Lopes this season, averaging team best 1.3 three-pointers per game and bringing tenacity to help establish the Lopes' defensive style. Here's a special message from Nydeja's family.
Hey, baby girl. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing what you can do in the future. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, Nana! We're proud of you. We love you. You're a hard worker. You're a competitor. You're a leader. You got work ethic. Your future is bright. And we're proud of you. Look, this is you. We love you, Nana.
Love you, Nana. So proud of you. Glad to be here with you guys.
Lopes up.
Lopes, Lopes, Lopes. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nydeja Jackson. And Lopes fans, let's hear it one more time for all of tonight's seniors. And now, fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we begin today with a word of prayer, led today by birthday girl Renee Ruchala, a first-year member of the GCU dance team studying exercise science.
Let's bow our heads. Dear God, thank you for bringing us here tonight. We pray for protection over all of our athletes, coaches, staff, and everyone else here. Please help our hearts be focused on you through all of our words and actions. In Jesus' name, amen.
great opening ceremonies. And you kind of wondered what might happen with COVID, but that was a pretty moving experience right there. Seattle University, the Redhawks, coming in 11-10 overall, 6-5 in the WAC. Their head coach is Susie Barkham. Here is Coach Barkham's starting five, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. They include Mackenzie Williams, their leading scorer, Georgia Keogh, Haley Weissneet, Peyton Howard, and Bree Calhoun.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Williams, the junior from Riverside High School in Auburn, Washington. As you said, she leads the team in scoring at 16 a game, and it's also minutes, points, free throws attempted, and rebounds. And she had a subpar game last night. She'll be looking to get back at the big weight tonight.
Time to introduce you to GCU. Head coach Molly Miller, here is her starting five, brought to you by Talking Stick Resort. Laura Biera, Taylor Caldwell, Nydeja Jackson, Tierra Brown, and Katie Scott.
We're watching Nana Jackson, the 5'6" senior from Oakland, California, averaging 9 points a game. Her senior night started all 21 games for the Lopes this year, and there's none bigger than this one tonight. There's nothing better than on senior night when you got your family, see you at the video message board. She wants to leave this court with a win. Lopes got to send these girls off with a win on senior night, Barry.
Well, if it's any indication, a 90-43 win a night ago against these same Redhawks. As you look at head coach Molly Miller, the assistant coaches are the birthday girl, Emily Ragsdale, Buck Shield, and Isla Middlebrook. Director of Basketball Strategies and Player Development is Greg Gottlieb. The graduate assistant is Dajae Black. Lopes coming in 15-6, 11-1 here at GCU Arena, 7-4 in the Western Athletic Conference. As I mentioned, they're coming off that 90-43 win against these same Redhawks last night. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best play in a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, in the words of my favorite TikToker, Honey Hush, Coach Miller needs this team to be centered and focused on tonight's game, not reliving the success from last night's huge victory. And then Killer Wells. I don't know if you've ever been up to Pacific Northwest, all the way from Seattle to Vancouver, but Killer Wells up there, Barry, they hunting pods. And the success of the pod depends on the Whales working together as a team. That's what this Lopes team needs to do tonight. Share that basketball for higher percentage shots. Nearly 53% shooting last night. And what's yours is mine. That's what this Lopes team does. They apply the pressure defensively. They're number one in the nation, and steals at 14 a night. They forced 20 turnovers last night. Get after this Redhawks team early and often.
They're underway in Phoenix. McCall Murray, Michael Watts, and Sean Martin are the officials here in Phoenix. Calhoun stepping back, looking to move on Scott. Stops, pops, and the Redhawks on the board.
That's something the Redhawks couldn't do last night, get a lead. Lopes went wire to wire last night and really kept the Redhawks on their heels, especially in that first quarter. It only allowed the Hawks 7 points.
Back to Caldwell. Caldwell to Piera driving baseline. Kicks back out. Slashing in. The Lopes. Jackson picks up the rebound. Finds Piera. Piera drives. Bounce pass. Scott. She dishes back out. Quick ball movement. Jackson. Floater. Good. Tied it too early on.
Jackson being aggressive on senior night. Gets into that painted area. Anytime that ball gets a little free throw line. Puts so much pressure on the defense. You know, I think I said it started the first half last night, but it was the first quarter that the Lopes really pounded the Redhawks on a 21-7 start.
Calhoun off the mark on the 3 attempt.
Scott does such a good job, not only rebounding her position, but she covers a lot of space down there underneath that defensive glass.
Scott, pass down low. Brown off the mark.
Well, that's one Brown will wish he had back. High percentage shot right around the basket. Easy one for Katie Scott to turn and shoot that little 14-footer, but she found her teammate for a better opportunity.
Calhoun had an open shot. Jackson going down to the court. Loose ball, turnovers, Redhawks. And ball's down on the floor. Timeout. Bree Calhoun called it for the Red Hawks early on.
And now, fans, it's time to sing along the GCU fight song.
Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Right now. What? Okay, so I'm taking it from.
Timeout early on, just tied it to early on. The early whistle. Some technical difficulties early on. We'll work all that out as the game is tied, as the Lopes close out the regular season in this wacky season that it has been with COVID, adjusting schedules, moving up the series with Utah Valley. Then they close it all out here on senior night as this team looks to roll into the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas in mid-March, looking to be a force in the tournament.
Vegas, baby. I mean, that's what it's really all about for Coach Miller and his bunch. It's all about getting some momentum, getting these last little game reps in, tightening some of the deficiencies. But I had a chance to talk to Coach Miller, much as you did early before this game, and she said that the team has improved so much with their communication and knowing where their teammates are going to be, playing hard for their teammates. I saw that last night, and that's what they want to continue tonight going into Vegas next weekend.
A little sluggish start all around. We'll get back to action here between the Red Hawks and the Lopes. Early on, opening quarter.
Yes, I mean, look at Lopes coming out of that timeout and just putting a lot of pressure in the backcourt, forcing the Red Hawks to play a little faster than they want to at times. They get a good look, but not able to hit.
Calhoun off the mark. Tierra Brown led the Lopes in scoring tonight to go. Finds Jackson. Baseline, kick back out to Brown. Now inside to Scott. Turns towards the bucket. Kicks back out. Jackson. Bang!
Oh, when it's your senior night, it's your senior night. Jackson, 4 points early in this one.
Here come the Red Hawks. Calhoun dishes underneath. Foul on Keogh.
No, I think she got to travel down there, Barry.
Wow.
She did the bunny hop and lost the basketball, but it's all because the pressure in the backcourt gets her to play a little faster. I love that one there by Katie Scott, making that extra pass, finding the open shooter.
Scott turns, dishes.
Good. She'll pass that one up twice. That's a little 12-footer. Nice little ball movement. Really have the Red Hawks spaced out on that floor defensively. Piera with the steal.
Picked a pocket there, Laura Piera. Jackson drives. Foul committed by Peyton Howard.
Well, Calhoun is the 7th leading steals leader in the country. And it's going to be interesting to see. Piera is one of the top steals players in the WAC. So we'll see who wins the battle of the steals tonight.
Jackson, Caldwell, little floater up over the top.
Ball movement for the Lopes is fantastic. 20 assists last night and another steal.
This Jackson.
You have to get the steal meter going tonight, Barry. They averaged 14 a night, number one in the country, and we'll have to see where the steals and turnovers end up at the end of this one.
Oh, that was a pass through a lot of traffic. Piera. Good!
You know, back in December, she didn't have the confidence to take that shot, but she has really heated up in the WAC play. A lot of confidence, a lot of time in the lab working on that jump shot alone.
Red X can't drop it. Williams, their leading scorer, at 1 point last night. Foul by Scott. 12-0 run by GCU over the last 2:24.
Yeah, look at this one right here one more time. You just get in there, draw the defender, and find the open man, and then that's one extra pass to the perimeter shooter, and Piera. That one was pretty far out there. It was close to Barcelona, knocking that one down, the little lefty Spaniard. That's one thing the Red Hawks really did last night. They're going to look at the box score, and they got to the free throw line 29 times compared to just 8 for GCU last night. Huge advantage from the free throw line for the Red Hawks.
Ends up back in Keogh's hands.
They got a couple offensive rebounds. They got on that glass pretty good last night. You thought the Lopes had a huge advantage, but you force so many turnovers, and you get so many steals, it's not always an opportunity to rebound the ball off the board.
5 assists on 5 field goals for GCU. Redhawks make some changes. Howard out, Keogh out.
Well, you see a lot of changes for both of these teams, not only just for offense and defense matchups, just because they played last night.
Scott's out. Kennedy Shorts in.
Yeah, Scott does a good job. I mean, they start 2 forwards and 3 guards, and she still finds a way to be effective out there on the floor. But people are bringing her in and out quite a bit this evening. She only played 16 minutes last night. I wouldn't be surprised if she goes 20-25. Make sure they get this victory tonight. So it's such an important game.
Nice luxury when you have such a large lead like they did last night.
Yeah, a huge lead, and 41 points in the first half. And a lot of players got a chance to play off the bench. 47 points off their bench last night, really spreading the minutes around. Everybody that played, except for one player, scored.
Calhoun lost the handle, loose ball. Foul.
Yeah, and that's a foul Coach Miller will not be upset about, because they're really down there scrapping and clawing for that basketball. Not afraid to go down there and get your knees skint on the floor.
Kicking the ball. Up over the top, nice pass by Calhoun.
Wow, a lot of contact underneath there. No whistle. Might have been in that restricted area. That's one of those plays that starts in the lower block, so a lot of times the officials will let that contact go.
It's on you. Battling it out underneath for the Redhawks. Picked off. Too soft of a pass out to Pierre. Off the glass. Doesn't drop. Pushed out of bounds by the Redhawks.
Yeah, just really lackadaisical pass there back out to the top. Redhawks jumped all over that, but Pierre hustling back on defense caused the pressure and got the ball back for her teammates. So a lot of times it's not the mistake, it's the effort after the mistake. And that time the Lopes really had a lot of effort after the mistake. There's a bucket inside.
Brown patiently off the window.
The interior passing for the Lopes right now is fantastic. 6 assists, as you said, Barry, already in this basketball game. He had 20 last night. Barry played 5 minutes, they got 6 assists.
Yeah, the Lopes started 1 of 3 since they've gone 5 for 5. They started a night ago 19-2 early on. Good feed underneath, doesn't drop for the Redhawks. 14-3, GCU. Caldwell stops, pops.
You get past that initial wave of defense. You got to get some people step up a little higher than normal. That time the Redhawks sat back defensively, allowed them an easy jumper just inside the free throw line. A lot of pressure right there on the defense. Gets the foul.
Caldwell called.
Look at this great passing here. Just you dump it inside to me, and I'm going to find my partner on the opposite block. Let her go up and put one in if the defense doesn't fly by. Really digging the red pink Nike headbands the girls are sporting out
there. Williams connects, 81% free throw shooter coming in. Leading the team 15.5 points per game. Rings out. Shorts for Piero.
Yeah, an 80% shooter from the line. I'm surprised to see that one spin out of there.
Tierra Brown in for Caldwell. Quick turnaround. Too much, too heavy for her sister, Tierra. Calhoun brings it up, stops, looks for the 3. Oh, nothing but net.
Yeah, there was a miscommunication there. No one's guarding the man with the ball, and can't give any player disrespect them like that. You can't let anybody just dribble right up and get their feet set and knock down a 3-pointer from right in front of the basket.
Nice pass by Shorts inside to Tierra Brown.
Well, I really like Shorts. The last game we played, this girl plays hard. She's not afraid to pass that basketball to her teammates either. They really share that ball well as Molly Miller bunch.
It's on you, kicks back out, long distance 3, off the mark by Vice Neat. Picks up the rebound, hands it off to Korolenko. Inside, underneath, and a foul. Tierra Brown.
GCU call number 24, Tierra Brown, first.
Brown's checking out. Medla Vieras in for the Lopes. Chinwe is on you at the line. .51% free throw shooter. Connects on the front end.
Yeah, this one goes down. We'd be surprised to see the Redhawks probably put a little more pressure on that basketball in the backcourt. Unfortunately, she's not able to knock it in.
Approaching 3.5 to go, opening quarter. Inside, Vieras. Pivoting around, finds Piera. Quickly in the corner.
Redhawks came back at a 1-3-1 zone defense. The Lopes trying to figure out a way to penetrate against that zone.
Piera takes it from Jackson. She drives. Left hand. Off the mark.
They didn't really get into a good offensive set there against that zone defense that time. And Dalkey Scott's taking up a lot of space in the middle. A target to throw it in. Left the Lopes wanting for a good possession.
Calhoun, nice baseline drive. And then she causes some disruption under it there after Shorts picked her pocket.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a kick ball down there. She was a one-man press going against a couple of Lopes down there, causing havoc in the backcourt. Look, this one time, like you say, she doesn't get it in, gets a ball blocked rather by Shorts, and then just stays with it down there and knocks it loose. And then she's using that right foot to stab at that basketball, trying to get it back. She didn't like getting a shot block.
Shorts out. Katie Scott back in. Piera. Hide by Calhoun.
I think Coach Miller saw what I saw. They need to get somebody inside to be able to attack inside against that 1-3-1. It's got some holes, but you got to have a target inside to be able to dish that basketball to.
Piera drives baseline, kicks out. Jackson, 6 on the shot clock. Tiana Brown. Inside, Scott. Great stifling defense for the Redhawks.
Yeah, Katie Scott got tripped there. Some feet got tangled up. She went backwards and didn't want to travel, just threw it out to the side. And those are the kind of turnovers you don't like, but as it really at the end of the day, they don't hurt you because you can get a chance to get your defense set. At least they should have had it set.
Quick substitution with Scott goes out, Shorts back in. Calhoun, another 3, yeah. A little tighter on her.
Calhoun, normally known for steal, like I said, one of the top steals players in the nation, but a couple times now she's been able to find the distance behind the arc. Got to respect her three-point shooting ability.
25% from the arc coming in. That 2. Off the mark.
Again, another one and done. So a couple one and dones, and a couple turnovers. You know, that quick lead for the Lopes has evaporated now. Has come down and knocked down another field goal. So a couple trips to the free throw line, a couple field goals, and once was a 13-point lead is now down to 5 on a 6-0 run.
Vieira. Calhoun contributing last 3 buckets for the Redhawks. Jackson.
Well, the Redhawks are going to stay in that zone defense because the Lopes are giving just all kinds of problems trying to figure out how to attack and get to that zone defense on the offensive end. That might be over and back. Yeah, I think they was worried about being called for a half-court violation. Just slowed that one right over Coach Miller's head. Katie Scott back in there. They got to punch the ball. There's some holes in the inside of that defense right around the letters. If you can punch it inside there, then you can spin an attack.
Brown, Piera. In the corner, Varas. Off the mark. Calhoun underhand, off the mark. Piera picks it up.
Calhoun was out of control at that time. I think she was just trying to get some contact and draw a foul.
Oh, home run ball. And what a play by Jackson. Had a little gas on that one. She had to block it down and regroup.
Yeah, she looked like little Piera looked like Steve Nash on that one. Head always up, looking to move the ball ahead off the pass and not the dribble.
Calhoun. Near side. Almost picked off. Red Hawks. That is a charge on Howard.
Nice job stepping in, giving up your body for your teammates. Look at this one more time. You know, 35, 40-foot pass all the way down the court. Jackson streaking down here. Jackson's been fantastic in his first half.
Tierra at the buzzer. The first quarter is in the books with the Lopes holding on to a 7-point lead over the Red Hawks here on senior night in Phoenix.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones, by your side. By Community Tire Pros, celebrating 30 years keeping vehicles safe. And by Talking Stick Resort. Play in style. Mary Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth from GCU Arena in Phoenix. On senior night, their final regular season matchup. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, guys. Well, we know with Molly Miller coming to this GCU program, she wanted to bring intensity. We see her energy courtside, but she also wanted her team to take the court playing with purpose and precision. And that's something that she's worked on with this team, especially this past week, in perfecting the perfect pass and shoot. She said that was something they put an emphasis on all week long because they wanted to bring a balanced attack against Seattle University, and that's exactly what was on display last night. In fact, after the first quarter, they were shooting nearly 65% as a team after a 14-0 run that started things. And then if you see here, guys, several players were in double digits, 5 players scoring in those double digits, and 7 players had points to their name after that final buzzer. So we'll see if they can continue to bring that balanced attack.
Plenty of scoring all around. I'm sure the coaching staff loves to see that. Aaron pass there, gathered up by the Lopes. Lead on the shot clock, quickly inside, a little off balance. That's going to be a charge. Tierra Brown.
Yeah, she kind of lost her balance down there. It ran right into the defender. I think if she'd have kept her balance, obviously things would have worked out for her a little bit better. But the contact wasn't so much. But I think the sold it to the officials, like, I'm going to make you make a call here.
Kicking. Red Hawks to inbound. Shonifer is there, but backs away. She'll take it from Calhoun. Jenna Shonifer, redshirt sophomore. Calhoun off the mark. Loose ball picked up by Tierra. Turns the corner.
She got hacked in the backcourt right there. Williams just a little frustrated off to another slow start. Hacks her in the backcourt. Williams just that one free throw tonight so far about what she had last night. Yeah, Lopes really doing a good job. I mean, let's see if they can bust it inside again. Oh, that's a turnover.
That wasn't very pretty right there.
I was just getting ready to say, Lopes enjoying a 14-2 advantage points in the paint to that easy layup right there at the rim now, 14-4. Let's see the Lopes make that kind of simple mistakes very often. I mean, they're not flawless, but that was one of those unforced errors that you can't have. There's a bucket inside.
Tierra Brown.
That's that's that Skady Scott playing kind of a point center role there, just getting the ball there. It puts so much pressure. Molly Miller was talking about that prior to the game, how much attention is paid to her. It makes the game so much easier for some of the other players on the floor with her.
Shonifer, long distance, off the rim, loose ball underneath, picked up by Tierra Brown, in for her sister.
Little Pierre cutting across the front of the defender trying to get back in defense. I used to hate that when those little guards would do that to me.
Katie Scott turnaround off the mark. Varus with a hustle.
How about that? Getting on that offensive glass, seeing those Red Hawks go to the glass, and I want to get some of that fun too. And she goes in there and gets one on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things that Coach Miller was talking about as well. Being able to not only get steals, but then create buckets and scoring opportunities off of those steals. Same with offensive rebounds. We got 5 offensive rebounds in this basketball game, but you got to make those offensive rebounds then convert to opportunities to score either inside or like this, get into the line and knocking down your free throws.
Now in the game for your Lopes number 13.
Also, when they get to the line and knock down their free throws, Barry, the Smalley Miller team comes out, face guards, back to the basket, the baseline, full court press, 94 feet.
Tavia Rowell checks into the game for the Lopes. Calhoun, 9 points for Calhoun. Away from the ball.
Yeah, nice job moving without the basketball. And had to reach out and grab for the cutter was going to the basket wide open.
Balagay getting set to come into the game for the Lopes. For Scott.
Yeah, it's Katie Scott picking up her second personal foul there. It's a tough matchup for her. She's not counting on the offensive end. Like I said, they start 3 guards. The way they Lopes switch, that means she's often switching onto somebody that's smaller and faster than her.
Williams, left hand.
That was impressive. Williams said, enough of this not getting a field goal. Can't go 2 games in a row without getting a field goal.
Jackson off the mark. Tierra hustling in. Loose ball. Hey, look who it found. Balagay back to Tavia Rowell for 3. Off the front rim, rebound pulled down by the Red Hawks. Kia.
That was a good hustle there, getting that ball back. I know the Lopes didn't get a bucket out of it, but that's the types of plays that are infectious to the team. You see one of your teammates doing that, and you say, hey, I want to make a play like that when I have my opportunity to. Look at Williams streaking down the lane again. She made the higher degree difficulty shot the time before with the left hand over the taller defender. This one looks like she had an easy, strong-handed right-hand layup and squirted it off the glass too hard, came back off the front of the rim.
Turn the corner and put the afterburners on. Jackson, back to Piera. Inside Balagay, back to Piera, quick ball movement. Jackson in the corner. Doesn't go. Pulled down by Vice Neat. Foul.
Well, that's one thing the Lopes didn't do really well to start the basketball season, was shooting consistently well from the outside. You kind of had to wonder, they went 10 for 18 behind the arc last night, shooting 55%. If they would have that same sort of accuracy tonight. And so far, I don't know if it's, they haven't looked good from distance. And they pounded them inside off to it, and that's why I got that 24 points already in this game, but haven't shot the ball all that well outside tonight.
Looks like they got Jackson.
Yeah, 4th team foul, side out of bounds here for the Red Hawks.
Peyton Howard from Spokane, Washington to inbound to Calhoun. Looking right up over the top.
A couple times now there. She's so long down there. She wants to catch that basketball and get to that basket as quick as she can, but she's moving those feet down there too often, and easy call for the officials to be able to. They love calling traveling on big players. Don't I know about it?
Piera all alone. Couldn't get the glass to help. Jackson leaves for Piera.
Oh, they're banging away from the outside. Like, you know, Piera got that 1-3 to go, and then they haven't really had much outside of that one. But they're doing a good job getting on the on the offensive glass. So I don't think Coach Miller's going to be too upset with them continuing to shoot those balls if they're getting 3 shots every time that they go down to the offensive end of the floor. Loose ball foul. That was the 5th team foul, so Redhawks are going to go to the line. As I said, that's where they enjoyed a huge advantage last night on free throws attempted last night. I think they were at the line 29 times and converted 17 of them.
Officials over at the scores table will review it. 24-17, 7-point lead. For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Just checking to see who the foul was on.
I tried to give them 3 more free throws than they actually did make last night. They were 14 of 29 for the line. So we'll have to watch that stat, see if they. I think I sent you a screenshot of that today. Like, if they get to the line and they do a better job shooting their free throws than they did last night with 29 attempts, that's going to keep them in the basketball game. And right now, 6-point game, just a little 2-possession game here in this one.
Howard 1 of 2. Piero. Rowell. Back to Piero. Kicked out. Tierra Brown leaves for Piero. Piero drives. Left hand, doesn't get it up. Push back out to Jackson. She slashes in, kicks out into the corner. Heaves up the 3. How about that, Tavia Rowell?
Well, so, I'm not going to miss him every time I shoot him, and my teammates got the confidence to keep throwing it out to me. I'm going to keep firing him up.
That would look like a little hop, skip, and a jump there. Not called. Kicked out underneath. Contact, a hoop and a harm. Carla Balagay.
Wow, I'll tell you what, Balagay went in there like Ronda Rousey, just not going to be denied. Banging inside, takes that contact, and still with the finish. Love this one right here because he kicks it out and said, okay, I haven't made a lot of them, so if you're going to disrespect me and play off your heels, I'm going to knock it in. And then extra pass down there to the big running the floor right in the middle. And like I said, just absorbs that contact and knocked it in. Oh, free throw line violation.
Brown called.
Oh, they called a foul?
Yeah, she kind of reached over the top, I think.
I didn't see that. I thought she was in early. Coach Miller was like, what'd she do? Sometimes if you just bend her, maybe it looks like it was a foul because you're able to snatch that ball away from somebody that should have had it, but you just bested him.
Brown checks out, the leading scorer last night for the Lopes. Irina Korolenko from Redmond, Washington, misses the front end. Piero moves right, goes left. Rowell all the way over. Aliana Brown.
Off her hip. Yep, that's a good job defensively. It's still on the page out of the Lopes book there. Get up on that shooter, run them off that spot, force them to do something they don't want to do out there on the perimeter and cost a turnover.
Good job by Korolenko, forcing that turnover. Howard drives, right hand off the window.
She went 75 feet, cut the Lopes defense up like a hot knife through butter, went all the way to the bucket.
Piera. Balagay almost lost it. Piera picks it back up. Aliana Brown. Piera looks right. Piera looking to go inside. She takes it herself. Bounce past Kennedy. Shorts too much. She gets back. The ball not there. Loose ball. Redhawks pick it up.
Unfortunate that time. Shorts normally finishes those around the basket at a high percentage.
Great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side. When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Welcome back. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We'll get back to basketball, but first, a busy day for GCU. 13 sporting events today, and tomorrow, baseball will finish off its 4-game series with Oregon State. Meanwhile, softball starts the Purple Classic tomorrow, and women's golf will tee off the GCU Classic on Monday and Tuesday. And then, lucky for you, you're back here with us Friday and Saturday as GCU men's basketball will wrap up its regular WAC season right here on Fox 10 Extra. But for now, we're staying with you for this entire game as the Lopes finish off their regular WAC season coming up at half. I will check in with Coach Miller to see her thoughts on this first 2 quarters in the books. Plus, we'll get to know a couple of these Lopes stars just a little bit better. That's all coming up on our Lopes Halftime Show.
Looking forward to that. Miller got it with Kate. Coming off the floor. Under 4.5 minutes on the clock. Moving the ball around to the Lopes. 11 assists on 12 field goals. Drops for Scott, add another.
That was a nice extra pass there. Kind of shuffled it all the way down to the baseline with the pass. Then Scott slid from kind of the mid to high post area down that left lane line. And just, we talked about that precision passing, and a great pass finds Katie Sott for easy left-handed lane.
Good D again. Scott out, Shorts in. Peyton Howard inbound.
Yeah, Coach Miller really shuffling Scott out there. Anytime she can get her out on defense, she wants to get her out on defense and get the smaller, quicker players to guard all those guards and small forwards that the Red Hawks are putting on the floor.
Oh, look at Shorts with the hand knocking that ball away after it looked like Korolenko was just going to have the easy layup.
Yeah, and see now once they get the foul, now Katie Scott coming back into the basketball game on the offense. So something you generally see, look at that good play underneath there, good high-low passing. Something you generally see kind of towards the end of the game, Coach Miller realizing the disadvantage that Scott's got on defense. Takes her out of the game, but the huge advantage on offense, so the stoppage of play gets her back out there on the offensive end. Plus, like I say, how good she plays at the point center against that 1-3-1 zone defense.
Zanyu hits the front end. Too heavy on the second. Scott leaves it there. Brings it up. Tierra has it. Back to Scott. They play catch. Aliana Brown on the ground. Bounce pass into Scott. Oh, hooping hard.
Yeah, almost like a double dose right there. It worked so good down the left lane. She said, let's try it, same sort of play down the right side of the floor. Instead of diving to the left lane, she cuts behind the defense, goes down that right side of that floor. I thought it was going to be a forced pass, but Katie Scott has got really good hand-eye coordination. Picked that one up off the dribble with some hands on her arms and still grabbed that and knocked it in. Goes to the line, shoots a free throw, and knocked that in too. Nice three-point play. Scott doing a nice job. 7 points on and 7 assists in this game.
Shorts back in for Scott.
Correction, 7 points and 3 assists. Excuse me, not 7 assists.
Red Hawks. Howard moving left, harassed by Piera. Shorts comes out. Looks to the corner. Way off the mark, Vice Neat.
Yeah, look at Shorts though. I mean, out on the perimeter, way out in front of the three-point line. And when the shot goes up, she sneaks back down underneath and gets that long rebound. That Beach Girl's having herself a good start to this basketball game.
Scoring drop for the Red Hawks, over 2 minutes and counting. Under 3 to go until half.
Mother chicken down there.
Yeah,
Piera's gone down with that left hand a couple times trying to get that shot off, and she's been denied twice on that left line.
Zanyu doesn't get the help from the rim.
You're going to check that basket. And a couple of these Red Hawks players are going to go out there at halftime, check that basket, because they've had a number of balls hang on the front of that rim and slide off.
We'll get right on that.
Get Shorts out. Her 6 rebounds in this game. Well, that's what the Lopes have to shoot the next half, so maybe they better check that thing for real.
That's true, you're right. Scott, Tierra in the corner. Rao off the mark.
Katie Scott does a nice job playing that point center. I had a chance to talk to her father, Curtis, before last basketball game, and she said she played a little point guard on her high school team when her starting point guard got injured, so she's used to having that ball and being a facilitator, distributor, that ball at the top, top of the floor.
Doesn't drop for Williams after driving to the hoop, up over the top. Scott, solid hands, just can't get it to the bucket. Swarmed by the Redhawks. Williams
popped in the mouth and the nose with no call down there. Didn't really like that. Said, hey, help me out. Got blood coming out of my nose. Oh, she got a technical for being a little too mouthy with the official. I don't blame her. She got crunched kind of right in that nose-mouth area, and she had a little too much words for the official underneath, and they teed her up. 3-time. She said, don't you know I'm a 3-time back-to-back WAC Player of the Week award winner? Give me some respect.
I think that's what Coach Miller was saying right there. Williams at the line. It's the first one.
He can almost book these right here. I can't believe she missed one earlier in the game. She's 84% for the free throw line. Go back to that one the time before and got an entry pass here. Katie's down there, and you can see just a ton of contact underneath. And I understand you're big and strong. I mean, Shaquille O'Neal probably could have gone to the line twice as many times as he did over the course of his NBA career. All the people fouling him, but just being so big and so strong around the basket, a lot of times you don't get the benefit of the whistle. They got to delay a game, I believe, on the team on the Lopes that time. Too close to the inbounder.
Williams, Calhoun. Back to Williams. Long 3. Good.
Yeah. Wow. Nice little 4-0 run after that technical foul. 5-0, the 2 free throws that they get on the tech. And then Williams said nothing easier to knock down a long shot after you've been to the line a couple times to get a couple rhythm buckets.
33% shooter from the arc. Here's a long distance shot. Good. Tiana Brown. Almost picked up. Schonifer moves it up. Weissneed takes it back. Schonifer stoned by Shorts.
Shorts rather, yeah. 7 boards and a block.
Dowell, I don't know if that was going to her or Varas.
Yeah, it was almost like she stole the ball from her teammate.
Calhoun, and she's stopped by Tiana Brown.
Wow, we had a block party down here at Central Phoenix. Look at this one right here by Shorts. Great timing, avoids the contact with the body, and gets the rebound. And again, back underneath. I'll tell you what, these Redhawks are not afraid to go inside, draw that contact, and get to the foul line. Well-coached basketball team.
Tavia Rowell called. Shorts out. Katie Scott in.
A more determined Redhawks basketball club one night to the next, most definitely. They did not like the way they performed, and I'm sure it was a lot of restless sleep last night, a lot of tossing and turning. Probably could not wait to get back on the floor and get that bad taste out of their mouth.
Schonifer connects on the front end. Keogh checks back into the game. Rosanyu.
It's always hard to beat a team twice, but and that's just the bottom line. If anybody thought they could come out here and bury this team in the first half like they did a night ago, they had another thing coming. This Redhawks team is down in the defensive stance. It's 1-3-1 zone defense. It's given the Lopes plenty of fits tonight.
Brown again, too heavy. Rebound pulled down by Korolenko.
Good adjustment by the coaching staff. Again, a lot of opportunities to rebound their defensive board. They have been successful tonight, hanging on the glass with the Lopes.
Calhoun taking seconds off. 11, 10 on the shot clock. Tick or 2 more on the game clock.
Yeah, no fouls to give,
6,
so I have to play without
5.
fouling.
Long way from the bucket. trying to get it inside. They do found a nice pass at the buzzer, doesn't drop.
Well, it came off the front of the rim, shocker. Now, they called this, someone blew the whistle too soon. I think they thought the shot clock and the game clock were tied together, but there was about an 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock. So when the shot clock went off at the buzzer, they stopped the game clock. So Lopes will have the ball baseline and bounds with less than a second to shoot.
That'll do it. 37-29 is the halftime score with the Lopes on top.
I mean, all in all, even with some fits and a lot and more turnovers tonight, the Lopes did a nice job putting 37 points up in the first half. But give the Redhawks a lot of credit. After a slow start, falling behind by double digits, they clawed back and got it to single digits. Going into the locker room, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves.
Coach Miller making her way over for a conversation with Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you. And Coach, as you put on those headsets, just want to check in with you. We talk a lot about these back-to-back games. Friday, you go out, kind of get a good feel for each other, but then Saturdays, it's about adjustments. What have you seen from the Red Hawks tonight, and how is your team kind of counteracting that and bringing their defense?
Well, they're playing all zone, and we didn't see a lot of that, so they're trying to mix it up on us a little bit. We got to be a little bit patient in the zone, let the cuts happen, move the ball also, and then we just got to knock down shots, be ready to shoot. Helps when the ball's falling in the hole to be zone busters. Right now, we just got to make some more shots.
And of course, emotions are going to be high. This is the seniors' last game, your players' their last regular season game, and you know, March is looming. I know this is the most important game for your team right now, but how do you keep those emotions in check and really play GCU poised basketball out there?
I think we've got to use that energy, funnel it towards our defense a little bit. You know, with emotional highs and lows, that's part of the game. I think we've got to capitalize on our runs and then get stops. We need to rebound a little bit better. I think that'll help us finish a possession out.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. We wish you the best of luck in the final two quarters.
Thank you.
And as we head to break now, the Lopes halftime show is just getting started right now. GCU with the 37-29 lead over Seattle University. They got the W last night. Can they do it tonight? We are going to find out, and we're also going to take a look at some key players this half who will make the difference in those final two quarters. We'll be right back.
I'm personal injury attorney James Bergener. Accidents can happen. If something happens to you or your family, call me. My firm and I will take you by the hand and guide you through everything. You see, personal injuries are just that. They're personal. You're not a number. You're more than just a name. This is your life. At my firm, each case is professionally and personally tailored to you. So if you've been injured, I've got your back. Call me now for a free consultation.
As a kid, I always dreamed of being a Division I athlete. GCU supported that dream, and they also allowed me to get an education. So when I came to GCU, I was able to transfer enough credits in to fast track my education. So I graduated in 3 years with a master's, and I did it debt-free because I had athletic and academic scholarships. I'm Mackenzie, and I earned my MBA from Grand Canyon University.
There's thunder in all of us. Come find your purpose at Grand Canyon University.
Welcome back inside GCU Arena. It's the Lopes women's basketball season finale to the regular season. They're going up against Seattle University right now. The score 37-29. And one player who's excelling in Molly Miller's style of play, especially when it comes to defense, is Kennedy Shorts. She's falling back on her high school roots. Take a look as Lopes insider Paul Coro caught up with her to talk about her game here in a Lopes uniform.
Here's Vadas, straight away for three, no. Shorts, good position, gets the offensive board, follows and scores. Kennedy Shorts, and there's the steal on cue. Kennedy Shorts comes down with 4 to beat, reverse layup, got it! What a play by Kennedy Shorts.
Hi, we're here with Kennedy Shorts of the GCU women's basketball team here in GCU Arena, where the Lopes are off to a fantastic start, and it's with her help playing a bigger role this season. Kennedy, you've been here a couple years, but your role has changed a lot this year. I think you've already played as many minutes this year as all of last season.
Yeah, it's been a great improvement for me just because I think the system fits for me more than it did the last few years. In high school, this was kind of like my role in general, so I kind of just fell back to what I knew how to do.
You came from an athletic powerhouse at Long Beach Poly, part of a title team there, but what's that culture like at your school where Long Beach Poly is just famous for athletes in all sports?
I think it's more on a family base. Everybody cheers on everybody, just supports. Even now, I still get support 3 years later. So I think that's the biggest thing.
You talked about your fit in this system. Did that take some convincing for you to know how much the coaching staff would use you and how they could use you?
Well, at first when they told me, I was like, what? We're a defensive team? Like, my dreams just came true because for the past 4 or 5 years in high school, even before that, that's how I got here. So her having me take on the defensive role, I took it personal, and I think it's working out for me.
And it seems like you've been a great complement in the front court with Katie Scott because just the way your games fit each other.
Yeah, I find her all the time. I think it's just like a mind thing. I just always know where she is. I just try to give her the ball in her hands as much as possible so we can just get going back on defense.
Is there a favorite? I know you love defense, but is there a favorite part? Because you grab a lot of rebounds, you block some shots, you get some opportunities to score.
I think my favorite part, my dad makes fun of me all the time, is when they first take out the ball and I'm just doing jumping jacks. Just doing 20 jumping jacks, just trying to get that 5-second count. We never get it. I swear it's always 5 seconds, but we always get like 4.5. So this season it should be 5.
Well, you guys put in so much work over the summer on things like that, just ingraining that into what you do. This coaching staff, what have they taught you guys that you are capable of?
Hard work pays off. Like, we were here June, the first week of June, when nobody was here, when everybody was kind of like, are we going to have a season or not? Coach Miller was just like, you know what, we're just going to prepare for whatever. So we've been here grinding every day. It's hard, but as you guys see, it pays off. So.
How about off the court for you? How has GCU fit you personally, just academically, faith-wise, all that?
I picked GCU because it was close to home, so I could either go back and forth. But GCU was kind of like my college. It's more family-based. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody speaks. Everybody's polite. The area is nice. I mean, it's a little hot, but you get used to it, so I love GCU.
All right. Well, cool. We look forward to more great things for you in the next couple of years. Thanks, Kennedy.
And now the Long Beach High School star is crashing the boards like those SoCal waves. She has 8 rebounds so far in the game. How will the final 2 quarters shape up? We're going to find out. We're also going to check in with Barry and Scott as they recap what we saw from the Lopes in the first 2 quarters. We'll be right back with highlights, stats, and more.
How does a chicken sandwich become a Whataburger spicy chicken sandwich? Is it by slathering it in a fiery sauce or adding some crazy hot toppings? Nah. If the chicken in a chicken sandwich wants to be spicy, it has to come from the inside. By marinating it in spices, frying it up, then cooling it off with fresh veggies, all on a new brioche bun. Good thing flavor can come from within. Good thing there's the new limited-time spicy chicken sandwich at Whataburger.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Lopes on top of the Redhawks, 37-29 at the half. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams. The Lopes early on, just like they did a night ago, went on a very impressive run, 16-3. But the Redhawks, well, they want to respond after last night's huge loss.
Yeah, they fell behind big in last night's game. They were determined not to let that happen, handled the pressure a little bit better the rest of the way through that first half.
Let's take a look at our first half highlights brought to you by the Arizona Leadership Foundation. Hey, it's senior night. How about it? Nadeja Jackson.
Yeah, Nada was fantastic to start this game. She was really good. Got a big hug from her coach there. She knocks down the outside shot there and that got her off and running right there. Then with the good little pump fake, little 2 dribbles, finds her underneath there with the soft touch of a tender lover. And I love this one right here. She almost loses the ball and recovers and step through and knocks that down. So she's off to a great start. Got those 7 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. But look at the defense once again. 28% shooting for the Redhawks in the first half, sticking around because they're getting to that foul line.
Points in the paint, 22-8. Turnovers not as big as they were a night ago for Seattle. They finished with 20 turnovers in the game. Well, we shall see how the second half pans out, but first Kate will be back with more of our halftime festivities from Phoenix after we take this time out.
At Tire Pros, we know your time is valuable.
And spending time with family and friends is what really matters.
Our customers are the core of our business.
That's why we make buying tires and auto service hassle-free.
Our certified technicians will keep your car running smoothly.
So you can spend your time the way that you want.
Find a convenient location near you at TireProsOfArizona.com.
Hassle-free guaranteed.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
The Lopes are on top of the Redhawks right now, 37-29 at the break. GCU shooting 47% in the first 2 quarters and leading the way. Katie Scott with 7 points, and Senior Jackson making her last game in the Lopes uniform of the regular season, memorable one so far, 7 points to her name. Meanwhile, Williams for Seattle U found her shot. She has 8 points. Calhoun leading all scorers with 9. As we said, right now, the score at the break, 37-29, Seattle University. And Coach Miller have a quick talk with her team, bring them back out, and see how they can finish off these final 2 quarters. We'll be back with more action.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
The Lopes lead the Redhawks 37-29. GCU just making their way back to the court. I'm sure Coach Miller had plenty to say after the Redhawks were out here for quite a while, all by them lonesome. Sweet James, our sweet play of the half. How about some sweet plays of the half? These assists by the GCU Lopes.
Yeah, sweet dishes. That's what the Lopes were doing out there tonight. Really shared that basketball to start this ball game. Got up to that 16-3 advantage that you talked about there. And I love these interior passing, where they share the basketball from the high post to the low post, from the low post to the high post. And that's what really gets coaches fired up, gets the teammates fired up. So 14 assists on 15 field goals. So that means that they're really helping each other out there on the floor.
Caldwell or a Tierra. All getting set. Coach Miller gonna have the last moment instructions before the team hits the floor.
Yeah, when you talking about they got out on this floor with under 2 minutes to go to warm up. I think they got an ear and a half full from Coach Miller back in the locker room. She's not happy with the effort her team gave in that first half. She let them know about it.
Got to ramp up that intensity.
This game's big. This game means a lot.
Yep. All the way out. Calhoun's going to look for three early on. Yes.
Oh, Calhoun, she was red hot, red hot in that first half. It had 9 points to lead all scores. First time she touches it, she launches a three. She's got 12 now on 2 of 4 from behind the arc.
Jackson back out. Caldwell looks to her right, finds Tierra. All the way over to Jackson. Inside to Scott, quick to Tierra Brown, waits patiently, can't put it home.
I think she maybe overthought that one. It was a great pass by Scott. That's that high-low passing that we put together on that assist package, but you got to convert that.
Calhoun off the no-look, doesn't go, and then the rebound by Kehoe doesn't go. Tierra looks right, Jackson. Ooh, almost got that right ankle.
Yeah, really turned to the outside. The ankle, sometimes that one leads to a knee injury. Looked like she was Gumby there with the legs the way they were just wobbling.
Picked off by Williams. Left hand.
That's the speed of Williams. She does a good job really anticipating that pass from the wing back to the top of the circle, and steps right in that passing lane because she's blazing quick.
Tierra. Caldwell. Near side, Jackson. Tied by Vice Need. Inside to Scott, turn around. Oh, off the glass doesn't go. 3-point lead.
Yeah, momentum has certainly swung in this basketball game from the first 5 minutes in the first half to the last 5 minutes of that first. The last 5 minutes of that first half, the Redhawks have seized the momentum.
Howard.
Okay, he's got leveled the Redhawk down there. It's going to be her third foul. Wait, did I have it wrong?
Yeah. I think they gave it to Vice Need.
I think they said 33, but they're pointing. I think the officials confused and pointing the wrong direction.
Oh, so.
Yeah, they called 33 Katie Scott, but I think they mixed up. She mixed up the direction in which she was trying to go.
I saw her clapping. It's third on Katie Scott.
Now the shot clock, they messed up the shot clock. They reset it to 30 seconds, but they have corrected it now down to 20 seconds where it should.
All right, here we go. Calhoun inbound, quick. Three attempt is good by Haley Vice Need.
Oh, wow.
Look what we got.
Huge advantage coming out of the locker room. It looks like the Lopes must have been watching cartoons in that locker room. Not focused. Give up an 8-0 run here to start this second half.
Got it 37. Caldwell. High by Howard, up over the top. Good. They needed that bucket.
Boy, they needed it in a big way. They were stuck on a goose egg. for what seemed like the longest time, even though it was only 2.5 minutes. Lopes, the Redhawks took advantage of that 2.5 minutes.
Well, that was just plain old nasty by Calhoun on the crossover.
Wow, Calhoun and Williams are really starting to take it to the perimeter players of GCU right now. Just using their speed and their wheels and getting to the rack.
Too heavy for the pass from Scott.
Look at this one more time, the killer crossway. Remember old Tim Hardaway who used to play at Golden State Warriors?
Hard.
That's the way he used to do it when they had that run TMC squad there at Mullins and God, who I'm drawing a blank now. On TMC. Anyway, that's the way he used to do it there. Just get him going one way to the left and then snap it back to those strong right-hand finish.
Williams stops, pops, good. Back by one of the Redhawks.
Mitch Richmond. Good. Sorry, Mitch.
There was no help whatsoever.
No, you weren't. You really left me on that island all alone there, buddy. There's Tierra knocking down the three-point shot. Lopes regaining the lead there. Maybe I can regain my composure.
Williams long distance. That doesn't go.
Nice job getting that ball one and done and getting that transition going. Look at Nada streaking to the basket, coast to coast. Tell me that senior doesn't want to walk off this floor with a win. Remember the old Magic Johnson. Now, that's a name I'll never forget. He used to be able to get that ball off the glass and go coast to coast. Back when I idolized him growing up in Los Angeles. Another one of my players I idolized up, James Worthy. His birthday today, by the way, Barry.
His birthday?
Big game James Worthy, North Carolina standout, 3-time NBA champion with the Los Angeles Lakers, 7-time NBA All-Star. Big game. He turned 60 today.
Wow. 60.
I like about James Worthy. Anyone who's a fantastic player, but always played his biggest games in the playoffs when it mattered the most.
Doesn't go for Shonifer. Loose ball. Scott fouled underneath.
I'll tell you what, Katie Scott's got a little nasty streak in her. She doesn't like all these guys down there smacking her in the mouth and in the nose. And she's sort of swinging it around a little bit. Hey, there's a birthday girl down there on the bench as well. Assistant coach.
Big Ragsdale.
Yeah, Ragsdale. That's right. Name I can't forget. That's a great name, Ragsdale.
I know.
There's some last names are just better than others. Like Williams is so boring. You know, there's a Williams everywhere. You need a name like Ragsdale. That's so cool.
How do you tell? Never spell it right. Loose ball.
Took me a good year to learn how to say it correctly, I think. Oh, look at that hustle by Calhoun.
Yeah.
She's on top of her game here to start the second half. I know Lopes got a 4-point lead, but they're in trouble right now. This Redhawks team is a different bunch tonight.
Yep.
Losing that basketball and just threw it right off the hip of Katie Scott and out of bounds.
Fool me once, right? Williams turns in and out. Knocked out.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, okay. A couple hands on that basketball. Look, Fifth's obviously in better position than me to see it. This is where they got to guard against the inside bucket here. Oh, good job getting that deflection.
Hands up in the air. Into Keogh. Oh, errant pass. Looked for Korolenko to move, but she didn't.
Can't thank for your teammate out there on the floor.
Back out. Wide open look. Off the mark by Caldwell. And how about Tierra? Hustling after that, knocking it away from Keogh.
This feisty little Spaniard down there on that baseline. You talk about one of the WAC leaders in steals. She's down there scrapping for that basketball.
All right, we got ourselves a basketball game here, folks. 45-41 is the score. Katie Scott being harassed here tonight, big time physicality by the Redhawks, and they're not going to go home quietly, but they're going to try to take Katie Scott off of her game.
Yeah, nobody likes getting their butt kicked, and I like that Moxie and the Redhawks coming back and fighting tonight, but Katie Scott's not going to beat the night either. I like that little mid-range game that she's got, knocking down the jump shot, also be able to shoot the three, and then I love the way she slid down the lane from the high post twice to get a couple buckets inside.
Jackson with 9, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Hey guys, did you know Springfield, Missouri is home to the Bass Pro Shop? No, I'm not fishing for content.
Oh boy.
There's a GCU connection here. Stay with me.
Dad
Molly
jokes.
Carter, now Molly Miller, grew up there and discovered her love for basketball at age 8. She was a ball girl from Missouri State. Then she went on to win 2 state titles for her high school. That was Kickapoo High School, which is also a stepping stone for some other famous folks, if you will. GCU's very own Professor Paul Cook, director of the bands. He's on display at every game here. He went to Kickapoo.
I don't cook. I don't know who that other guy is.
This other guy, I don't know. You might have heard of some ladies he's hung out with in the past. So Jen Aniston and Angelina. And before them, there were high school girls swooning in Springfield, Missouri.
I bet.
That was where Brad Pitt went.
Pitt.
And look at this. This is Molly Miller. If you wondered where her great start started, it was from conception, basically. She started as a young kid, great with the ball in her hands, and she could like go out there, get the job done on the hardwood. And now, of course, she brings that energy to the court side. And, you know, from my high school, Mountain Point High School here in the Valley, I had Nicole Powell. I don't know about you guys, if you had any famous people from your high school, aside from, of course, Barry Buchel and Scott Williams.
I had a Miss USA, Barbara Peterson.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
I can claim Fergie from
That
the Black
one is
Eyed
good.
Peas. Yeah,
Oh.
she was 10 years behind me there at Wilson High School in Hacienda Heights, California.
Very
Shout out to the
nice.
Wildcats.
Here to Scott. Couple of attempts. Fouled. I think, though, the Mountain Point probably known for Jared Donnins, I think. More than anybody.
Yeah.
And a lot of baseball players out of there. The Crone brothers,
stat
CJ
guru.
and Kevin.
A lot of baseball players, yeah.
Yeah.
Kickapoo. What a great name
Oh,
that is.
boy, you
That's
think
all.
the opponents had some fun with that, huh?
As according to Coach Miller, we can confirm they did have some fun with that. We
I
had
bet
a
they
chance
did.
to talk with her earlier about that.
Yes.
You know, she say about her career, she was a little ankle biter defensively
Yes.
out there. That's what
Yes.
she said. So that's why she has her teams always focusing in on being feisty and scrappy defensively.
So who do you think was smart enough when your school is called Kickapoo to have brown be your primary color?
Yeah, that's not good. It's probably a good thing they didn't have all the emojis that they have today, that's for sure.
Back underway. We've got a game. The Lopes opening up now, a 6-point lead. Inside, driving left hand.
Oh, she got it.
Yeah, hooping a harm Keo.
Now, everything about this Red Hawks team looks so much better. The spacing, the passing, precision, finishing concentration around the basket. Lopes got their hands full. Buckle up, fans.
She led the Red Hawks last night. Is that going to keep bouncing? Amazing. Doesn't go. Calhoun, though, leads tonight with 14. Balagay checks out. Scott back in.
Going back to that offense-defense substitution with Katie Scott getting around on the defensive end and bringing her back on the offensive end to be that facilitator through the high and mid-post area.
Tierra moves near side. Inside to Scott. Scott looking to deal in the corner. Deja Jackson. Caldwell quickly to Tierra. Moves down, kicks out. Caldwell, 6 on the shot clock. Caldwell's got to do something.
Played great
Lula.
defense for 25 seconds and then just reach out with your hands. Easy call for the defenders.
Korolenko call.
That's the fifth team foul. That's free throws. The officials are going to catch that. Somebody better catch this. Oh, they're mopping up the floor first. I see what's going on.
Okay.
And number 14, Haley Lexington. Back in the game for GCU, number 12.
Balagay back in for Scott. Caldwell to the line.
You know, they get her out for to be able to, so they can get a smaller player out there, maybe a little quicker, faster to guard on some of the switching and perimeter players, and obviously some full court pressure after these made free throws. But where it could also hurt them is that they don't have Scott's great rebounding when that first shot goes up, especially if it's a long shot. Because Katie Scott does a good job not only rebounding her position, but outside of her position as well.
Off the mark. Schoenifer leaves for Williams. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Williams near side. Pierre guarding. Top of the key. Up and around. Azanyu puts it in off the window. 3-point game. Balagay. Jackson. Eyed by Schoenifer. Caldwell. Moves baseline. Underneath the bucket. Kicked out. Pierre throws up the three. Good!
Well, she's got a couple threes now in this basketball game, and that was a good one to kind of get the momentum back towards neutral, if not closer to the GCU side of the bench.
Caldwell tight D. Azanyu open. Draws the foul underneath. Balagay called.
Just one more time. Pierre, the little lefty, seems to like that left corner three. Get that left arm to the baseline and tee that thing up and knock it down. And then the Redhawks come down the other end and get a bucket inside. But they've really done a good job of getting themselves to the foul line in this game.
Lopes 3 of 4 from the arc here in the third quarter. Azanyu steps to the line. Off the mark. For every 3-point shot the GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will be making a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Under 3.5 to go in the third. Piera brings it up.
Yeah, 2-possession game. You looked at the game last night. It was such a blowout, 47-point advantage at the end of the night. And 47 points was the largest lead of the game. You thought this was going to be an easy one for Lopes. But
Caldwell.
It's been tough. Caldwell knocking that one down. Good to see. So back-to-back threes by Piera and Caldwell. And then Lopes stretched that advantage to 8.
With a scramble, Williams.
Williams can't believe it. She wanted to foul. Like, hey, only reason I ended up landing in the back court, and I had some help getting here. She wanted that one back. These girls, I tell you what, it's either a quick whistle or there's no whistle. There's not a whole lot in between. They're letting them either play or they're being real tight with it.
There was nothing Williams could do, though.
No,
down on the floor like that.
Right, yeah, just had to
well, what's the call?
Suck it up.
Please have it go our way.
Shady spot with the off arms. She did not get away with that one.
No.
Was that 4 now on Scott?
Yep. And if you're smart, right, wouldn't you kind of embellish it even if you could? If you were smart, wouldn't you try to kind of embellish those a little bit too? I mean, when that happens?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. If you get a chance to draw a 4th foul on their star player.
Yeah.
What just happened right there? Lopes going to steal and a turnover and a bucket?
Indeed they did. Wow. Here we go. Rebound. Jackson quickly. Home run ball. Howard able to get a hand on it. It's out on Howard. It'll be the Lopes ball. 2:24 on the clock.
Well, they got to hang on. They're going to have to play without their best player for a good stretch of minutes. I don't think Molly Miller is going to bring her back on the floor until about that 5 to 6 minute range in the fourth quarter. So the Lopes are really going to have to hang on. They turn it over there.
Yeah, Tierra checks out as well. Tierra Brown trying to grab that ball. Calhoun's going to throw it up, in and out. Doesn't go.
I think we got a loose ball foul underneath on GCU. Brown trying to battle underneath there. And that's one of those ones you go, well, you could have called that off several times down the floor tonight, the way you've been letting these girls, scrap underneath. But that's one thing these Redhawks have done. They've gone to the glass much better, especially the offensive glass, much better in this basketball game. And fortunately, they just have not, in the last 2 ball games, really shot the ball well from the free throw line. And had they done that, we're looking at a 1 or 2 possession game.
11 of 19. Now now 11 of 20 from the line.
And then you get a foul here. And so you go 0 for 2, and then you foul going over the back. And you're going to send the Lopes to the line the other direction.
Vice Neat called. Checking back in is Tierra Brown for Tierra Brown. The Browns are on the floor. They're from Spanaway, Washington, taking on the Seattle Redhawks. I'm sure they're a little fired up, taking on their native Washington squad.
Oh yeah, that's for bragging rights. Yep. Go back in the summertime. It's like when I used to play against the UCLA Bruins. When I was at Carolina, the first time we played them, they beat us. We were the #1 team in the country. I didn't want to show my face in Chapel in Hacienda Heights for a while. Missed a free throw. My goodness. So both teams struggled from the line there. Kind of a wash there. It didn't get 2 at one end, and the Lopes don't get any at this end.
Lopes 6 of 10 from the line. Williams crossover on Caldwell. The floater doesn't go. Loose ball underneath. Kehoe can't corral it.
Yeah, Kehoe's having a tough time around the basket. She's kind of lost her footing. She's charged into a couple players. That little easy shot that she could have been able to corral that offensive rebound and go back up with it. So a couple missed opportunities, some missed free throws. Really the difference in this basketball game right now. Of course, Lopes, you can say the same thing I've done. They've had some easy opportunities go awry as well.
Jackson out to Caldwell. Circles around. Tierra Brown drives baseline. Finds Balagay. Balagay tried to bust through there, draws the foul.
Yeah, she did bust through there. I was curious to see if she didn't travel. Maybe some of a modified Euro step underneath around the basket, but she did tiptoe between a couple of defenders on her way to the hoop. Tiptoe, can you say that in basketball? Tiptoe.
Balagay connects. A little heavy, kicked out into the hands of the Lopes. Tierra Brown to Jackson. Jackson, bam! What a turnaround!
It really was. 3-point trick down the floor there. It's Shorts kicked that basketball out to Jackson, and which was a 1-point Redhawks advantage is now all of a sudden a 16-point Lopes lead.
Kehoe gets her own rebound, but can't put it back.
And I can't do math. It's a 14-point lead for the Lopes. Looking to add to that.
I'm not going to help you there either.
Math is hard.
Oh, it's hard. Aliana Brown. Balagay coming out for support. Near side, Caldwell. Driving Jackson. Little floater's going to be short. Redhawks got a hand on it. Vice Neat. Williams brings it up. Approaching 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Williams look to turn the corner. Leaves it for Korolenko. Stops and pops the top of the key. Loose ball. It'll be the Redhawks.
Yeah, Kehoe did a nice job really battling Shorts underneath there for that offensive rebound. Had the inside position. Look at this one more time. Shorts kicks it out. Then one more extra pass. And nada. Jackson with her second 3-point shot of the evening. Oh, then she commits the silly foul. Just when I was praising the senior, graduate senior, she goes out there and commits a silly foul. I'm going to send the Hawks to the line.
So that's the third on Jackson. Scott's on the bench with 4.
Korolenko a little strong with that first free throw. She got to slow down, get herself a little bit more time and control. She shoots that ball like it's a live grenade. Gets that second one to fall.
Back in the game for your Lopes.
Tavia Rowell comes in for Shorts. Alligator inbound. Seconds remain.
Yeah, Katie Scott went to the bench, and the Lopes were able to extend their lead.
Jackson. Picked off by Korolenko. Up for Howard. Travel on Howard. 1.7 seconds remain.
It looked like their feet got tangled up, but Howard did not get the whistle. Lopes will have to try to do something, a long pass here or a long shot.
Picked off by Howard. Shot at the buzzer doesn't go. So after 3 quarters of play, the Lopes are up by 13 on a 9-1 run to close out the quarter.
At Raising Cane's, we know quality takes time, patience, and the best ingredients, which is why every chicken finger we serve is hand battered and cooked to order just for you. We never take shortcuts. That doesn't mean you can't. Introducing an even faster and easier way to order Cane's with our new app. Find your closest restaurant, customize your meal, pay, and schedule pickup. So next time, take it easy and order with the Raising Cane's app.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
When the going got tough, many people bunkered down. Dealerships turned to mundane sales online with impersonal deliveries. Not Sanderson Ford. We chose to work even harder and provide more personalized service and value in our showroom. Or you can shop from home, buy from home, and we'll deliver. We've been delivering vehicles to our customers for over 65 years. Call Luis Gonzalez.
Hey, David.
I'm just pulling in with your new truck.
Wow, I'm blown away. Thanks for the personalized service.
GCU basketball is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. By Herff Jones, by your side. By Community Tire Pros, celebrating 30 years keeping vehicles safe. And by Talking Stick Resort, play in style. Barry Buttel, Scott Williams, and we'll send it down to Kay Longworth.
Well, guys, we have said that there is a lot on the line for the Lopes coming into today's game. They are in a 3-way tie this weekend for that number 2 spot heading into the WAC tournament. Utah Valley is one of those teams tied with them. They beat UTRGV today, 53-50. They still, however, have to go up against Tarleton this week to solidify where they'll fall in the conference standings. Meanwhile, Tarleton was defeated today by New Mexico State. The final there, 67-44. And Cal Baptist, Oleda, she took home the WAC Player of the Week honor. She had 19 points, 10 assists against GCU. We know that California Baptist does have that top seed with a perfect 20-0 record.
Yeah, California Baptist women are rolling along in the corner. All the way over to Jackson. Not a high percentage pass. Heaving up for 3. Big rebound. How about Tierra Brown, but picked off by Williams?
Yeah, she kind of brought the ball down to where Williams lives and gave Williams the advantage underneath.
Didn't stop though. Williams had to. Now picked off. Howard is. It's a 2-on-1 break. Off the window and in for the Lopes, Taylor Caldwell.
You know Molly Miller smiling underneath that mask because that's what she wants to see. Get those steals and then lead to baskets the other way, the old pick 6 as she likes to call it.
Redhawks with 9 steals, the Lopes with 5. Howard tried to. The layup doesn't go.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this is it was the Redhawks that came out of that locker room red hot with an 8-0 run, and then it's the Lopes that finished the quarter with a 9-1 run, and you can make it now 11-1 as they were able to get that bucket just a moment ago.
Jackson's feet got caught again though, bringing that up. Down low, Tierra Brown. Swarmed by the Redhawks. Loose ball, Schwartz though.
Wow,
good
Schwartz
hustle.
was on that glass. She's going for a career high in rebounds tonight. I think they're going to get her there with a little too much. No, underneath. I think they're going to stay here. Kehoe can't believe it. Kehoe's walking the other way like it's no way that's on me. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, I think maybe they got Schwartz with that one. I thought maybe they got Kehoe, but it was Schwartz that got whistled for the foul trying to crash the glass.
Inbound by Williams. Pressure by the Lopes. They get through it. Here comes Williams. Bounce pass on the feed. It was nice, wasn't it? Loose ball underneath. Kehoe finds Calhoun. All the way over to the near side. Long distance shot off the mark there by Korolenko. And the Lopes. Maybe a Rowell leaves for Piero. 8 minutes to go. You could see the quarterback was eyeing the receiver down there, and it was eyed by Vice Neat.
Yeah, trying to throw that pass before her target broke their route, so to speak, and a lot of players there, a lot of arms and hands around that basketball. That's for sure. The Lopes got away with it though. Katie Scott went to that bench. It was the lead was in single digits, and some big buckets by Nada Jackson and Tierra, and another gal had a three-pointer, and all of a sudden the Lopes extended that lead. They got a 15-point advantage right now, and and Katie Scott's been on the bench with those 4 fouls the entire time.
Just tenacious pressing. Tierra knocked it out.
Yeah, I mean it's like they were waiting for their concoction of Red Bull and Monster Energy drink that they had and locker room to kick in, and once it did, it's they've been flying all over the floor on both ends.
Reverse, and that was a very good-looking bucket by Korolenko. Look reverse. Calhoun doing most of the work, bringing it up. Driving baseline, down at Short's feet. Possession arrow, Lopes.
That was a tough one for Shorts. As long as she is, get that little skim pass that bounces down below the knees for the taller player to go down and get it, and then bring it back up to where she's more powerful with the basketball. That's when the smaller players jump on that ball and then tie her up. The possession arrow stays with Lopes, so no harm done.
8-7 on the shot clock, 6. Tierra Brown picked out. Pierre's going to heave up the three. Not there. Shorts tried to pick up her 10th rebound.
That should have been a shot clock violation. Officials got it. Yeah, they reset the shot clock prior to it hitting the rim, so the buzzer didn't go off, but the official was right on top of it.
Quick on the trigger over there at the scorer's table.
And they're probably just not used to Pierre shooting the air balls.
Calhoun dishes back out. He's on you. Left hand. Doesn't drop. Gets the rebound and puts it home.
How about that? If I was getting ready to do my little $10 move, but a 10-cent shot, and then she got the ball back, so I couldn't use that one because she was so tenacious on following up her own miss. It's Williams again.
By Williams. Scoring drought over 2 minutes.
And she got it. They got to say it went back up off of the white jerseys there and out of bounds.
Timeout on the floor. Seattle not going home quietly. The lead is 9 for GCU.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Behind the arc tonight.
Well, they've done a nice job sharing the basketball, especially in that first half. They had 14 assists off of 15 made field goals, and it's just making that extra pass to give your teammate just a little better look. And that's the sign of a team that loves playing for one another. I've been on some fairly selfish teams in Philadelphia and other stops in Denver in my career, and it's no fun playing on those teams where guys are not trying to help you. But this Molly Miller coach bunch really seems to enjoy playing with one another. The chemistry, the camaraderie that she has, I guess, instilled here in her first year has been infectious for all of her players.
The Lopes 5 of 7 from beyond the arc in the second half. Yes, my math is bad too. The elite is 11.
Yeah, they're going to send us on campus, I think, for a couple classes in the summertime.
Gotta get a tutor. Gotta go to the learning lounge.
God, it's spent so much time with the tutor in college.
Oh, we got free tutoring here, for high school kids.
I'm done. I'm not taking any more classes, Barry. I joke about it on air, but I'm not going any more classrooms.
You want to be Dr. Williams?
Only in my mind. Love doctor. That's it.
Oh, boy.
That's it.
Back to the action, please. It's on you.
Oh, look at this cut.
Howard on the cut, doesn't go. Tierra can't get it. Azanyu has been underneath the glass. Big time, draws the foul.
Just outworking him underneath there. She has been really good. I mean, first of all, that pass down the middle, the Lopes dodging a bullet with some of this easy bunnies that the Hawks have missed right around the bucket. But the offensive rebounding by the gals in the red shorts has really been impressive to watch here down the stretch.
Three turnovers for the Lopes in the last 3 minutes. Their scoring drought continues.
Yeah,
over those 3 minutes.
Probably it's about time to start watching the Katie Scott watch, because 6.5 minutes to go. If you get a good run over the next 3 minutes, you can ice this basketball game. Or the other way thing can happen, the Red Hawks can keep putting the pressure on, and all of a sudden it comes from 11 points down to 7, and now you got a ball game with a team that's got a lot of life to finish the game. So I don't think Katie Scott's going to be on that pine much longer.
Lopes bring it up. With a little pressure on with the Red Hawks. Jackson back.
This zone defense, although it has some holes, it has been effective.
As Coach Miller said at halftime to Kate, they need to be zone busters. Off the glass by Shorts, doesn't drop. Shorts looking for her first bucket. She's got 9 rebounds.
Doing a great job on the glass, but like you say, just has not been able to get a whole lot inside.
Back.
So did I call that one, or did I call that one?
You called that one.
Because especially at this point in the game, baseline out of bounds on the offense, perfect time to get Katie Scott back in the game.
Got to be careful. Jackson for 3!
Nada Jackson. I call her Nada because her teammates call her Nada. That was perfect timing right there for the big senior to step up, knock down a blow.
Oh, look at that back door. Somebody left it wide open for Howard. Tierra Brown lost it. Lopes will regain possession there.
There's one more time. She just fakes like she's going to pass. And Calhoun backed off some 6 to 8 feet, left her wide open from behind the arc. She got 17 points on her senior night. That's the way to go out. Did I tell you about the 26 I had on my senior night?
No, I don't think we have
against
time
Georgia Tech.
No, maybe another night.
Okay.
Underneath, Scott off the glass.
Great interior passing. Lopes with 5 big points to seal the victory. And that's what I was talking about. Not to seal the victory. A lot of time left in this one. But instead of going from 11 to 7, you take it from 11 to 13. Oh, Seattle gets a bucket inside to cut it back down to 11.
Well, now you ticked off the Red Hawks. They just storm back with a big bucket there. They're not going to go home quietly. They want to make a statement. This regular season coming to a close. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Yeah, guys, obviously a lot on the line for the season finale for both teams, as seeding for the WAC tournament that'll be in Vegas in a couple of weeks is still kind of getting played out here, as that number 2 seed is up for grabs. And of course, there's those certain games that players just really show up for, as we mentioned in this broadcast. When you're going up against a former high school player, there's bragging rights on the line. When you're back in your home state or your hometown, you want to bring it. And of course, there's senior night, and right now we're seeing what that can do to a game. Jackson really out there on fire for her team. She's come out here in a short time and made a big impact for the Lopes. And I don't know, Scott, I've been working on broadcasts with you for 6 seasons now, and I just wonder, did you get a big senior night back in your college days?
Kate, let me tell you all about it, Kate, because I was absolutely on fire on my senior night. I was not walking off of that Dean Dome floor with an L at 26 points. I think I was 12 of
Get out of my way.
15 from the field. I did everything, put the team on my back, carried them across the finish line. Although there was this one issue with the front of a 1-and-1 late in the basketball game with under 20 seconds to play. We kind of forget about that one.
Is anybody?
Barry, if we've heard this story so much. I can only imagine what the nighttime stories were like as the Williams kids were growing up.
My poor kids.
It's like a fishing story.
Only thing that saved
next
them
year
is my
it'll be 36
VHS,
points.
My VHS machine broke for about 3 or 4 years. I couldn't find anybody to repair it. That's about the only thing that saved their childhood.
How about Jackson, though? 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
She's doing it all, a little bit of everything, and you love to see that for her. And I know these Lopes, her teammates love her as well. And you talk about Katie Scott. Katie Scott gives the seniors a lot of credit for helping her in this freshman year. Then she goes inside.
Caldwell down low. Katie Scott.
I'll tell you what, she spent some time on that pine, but she has not missed a beat when she got back in this basketball game. Couple buckets around the hoop, 13 points now, and 5 assists.
Williams from the corner.
Well, Williams, I'll tell you what, 10-point game. Hold on now. Maybe I gave I put the Lopes in jeopardy by saying that that 3 in the bucket by Katie Scott pushed the lead to 15 was going to ice the game far too soon.
Scott bounced past Tierra Brown. Oh, lost it in her feet, but able to gather it back up. Loose ball. Here comes Calhoun.
Oh, got away with a high dribble there.
Calhoun stops. Short. Caldwell. Wheels came off on Calhoun. Tierra. Wow. Vice Neat called.
Well, I've been calling Jackson. Not a Jackson, it's Nana Jackson. So I want to make sure I get that, make that correction. So Nana is the one that's been going to town on her senior night. Free throws so important down the stretch. Taking care of the basketball and knocking your free throws in when you're trying to maintain an advantage. It's a sign of a good basketball team that can execute, finish out quarters, halves, and games. You're going to need that in the tournament. As you can see, even as good as Cal Baptist is, you've got to get to that finals game. And then you say, hey, anything can happen. You might have beat us twice, but it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a season.
Howard takes the feed. Balagay called on the foul.
Yeah, a little slow in rotation on that one. Got right into the body of the defender. Got to the free throw line. I mean, that's something the Redhawks are really good at. Hey, by the way, Barry, the men's team is up in Seattle right now, battling the Redhawks in Seattle, and they are enjoying a 30-23 advantage with under a minute to play in the first half. So bouncing back from their slow start in the first half last night to be taking advantage of the locker room tonight.
Yeah, we'll have that next telecast coming up. And then Friday and Saturday, beginning at 6:30, the Utah Valley Wolverines come to GCU Arena next Friday.
Yeah, old buddy Mark Madsen's bringing his team in here, the Mad Dog. You remember him with the Lakers?
Yeah, I remember him dancing.
One of the worst dancers we've ever seen in the NBA.
Oh, Tierra Brown drains the 3.
What can Brown do for you? Nice job knocking down that corner pocket. 3-point shot right in front of the Lopes bench.
Schonifer. Back to Calhoun with Brown playing tight.
Well, Lopes finished last night's basketball game on a 9-0 run to enjoy their largest lead of the game. They had no let-up even with that 40-point advantage, and doing a good job closing this one out again this evening.
Calhoun.
What a pass by Calhoun.
That was beautiful, Lakio.
Look at this one more time. Just the extra pass. We've been talking about it all night long. I mean, it's a beautiful game to watch when you're being unselfish out on the floor, and that's led to so many assisted field goals for the Lopes tonight. And then back on the other end, the Redhawks, who have not stopped playing regardless of that scoreboard all night long. Great interior passing. Calhoun flips it over to Kehoe, and she got fouled. It's going to the line. How many free throws now is this? They are 14 of 27 from the free throw line, this Redhawks team. Shot 29 free throws last night and be shooting 28-29 here again tonight. I like this Redhawks team. Just 11-10 on the season, but there's no quitting.
Yeah, they don't back down. 4 personal fouls on Tierra Brown. She's got 11 points, 6 rebounds. She's on the floor with Katie Scott, who also has 4. Pushed out by Caldwell. Jackson.
Jackson again on that glass. She's going to get fouled, and that's the second team foul for Seattle. So side out of bounds, and they'll have a chance to set up that Red Hawk trapping defense once again.
Man, you got to feel good about the future for the GCU. Tierra Brown, Katie Scott, both freshmen, seeing the amount of minutes they've played this season and how they've contributed. Katie Scott leading the team in points per game.
Leading the team in points and rebounds. And then what's the girl, Tierra, who she's coming back for her senior year, and she's not going pro, is she? So she's coming back, and she's going to have so much more experience, be able to lead this basketball team, and her shots just getting better and better.
Oh, Katie Scott.
Katie Scott's just so big and so strong around that basket. I mentioned her father, Curtis, was saying that she had really good basketball trainers growing up that really pressed her to not be afraid to use her size around the basket, not play soft. There's a nice cutting drive by the Red Hawks.
Yeah, parting the Red Sea there for Howard. Bust through it. Bounce past Jackson off the window.
I thought maybe she might have waited a little late, but that bounce pass gave Jackson just enough time to be able to recover that and get some strength on her shot to go up. 19 points.
Season high.
That's a season high for Jax?
Yep.
I'll tell you what, that's the way to go out.
Not quite 26, but she's at 19. Not quite your 26.
Oh, the 26 that I had? You might see her tonight?
Oh, boy, here we go. Caldwell cuts in.
I thought maybe you were talking about her career high. No, my career high was 31. Thanks for asking.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
12 of 12 made field goals, I'll have you say, by the way.
That was amazing.
An ACC record for North Carolina.
90 seconds to go. Off the mark by Williams.
Jackson with another board. Trying to go coast to coast for a second time in the second half. I say give it to Jackson. Let her get her 20.
They probably will be looking.
She's in the corner.
Yeah.
She likes that corner three.
What a three.
Scott can find her here.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Red Hawks just ran out of gas on that one. It seemed like the entire Red Hawk team stopped playing, and they were able to drive that ball right to the basket. Look at this. After the made basket by Coach Miller, not to show up the other team, but I think she wants to get maybe an opportunity to bring Jackson off the floor for her final senior night. Maybe a little appreciation from the Havocs.
Unless she doesn't want to.
I don't know. She's talking to her team like something's askew, but she's got to be happy the way they finished this basketball game. That lead was narrowed to single digits, and then they've come back and they responded and pushed it back up to 18 points.
Looks like she wants to leave the floor. Still got that laser-like intensity in her eyes.
I think she grew up and played for Nana Jackson there. Okay, we're going to go down here, we're going to get this stop, and then we're going to go down and run one for Nana Jackson. Run that same play, Katie, get in the middle, and find Nana in the corner.
To talk to Deja Jackson after the game. Williams. Cutting in the left hand.
The girl's got some skill.
Talent. Ooh.
Yeah, it really is.
Lopes are well on their way to improving to 12-1 here on their home court. 16-6 overall and 8-4 in the conference.
An impressive first year for Wally Miller here. He's really established something for GCU women's basketball for the future.
Scott drives. Travel. Foot just slipped. 17 seconds on the clock. Williams in the corner and goes out of bounds, looking for Shonifer. Here we go.
Oh, this is the moment we were waiting for. I was waiting for. There it is, right there. The exchange there. They slapped her hand like, "Yeah, girl, get off the floor."
Yeah, you done
your thing tonight. Come on over, give me a big hug. Great performance in her last game, walking off not only with a great performance but a victory. I was going to say that Kate was talking about how great victories are your senior night. Birthday night victory, birthday day victories are also in that list as well, but nothing better than winning on senior night.
Nothing better than winning. 80-64, the Lopes over the Redhawks. Sweeping this two-game set to close out the conference schedule. This team will now hit the practice court and get primed and ready to go for the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, as either the number 2 or number 3 seed in the tournament. And they are definitely going to be a team to watch with that tenacious style of play, full court press all the way. It's going to be a great tournament with plenty of great basketball to play. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys so much. And Idesha, thank you for joining us. Just been pretty special tonight to watch you play, and just in a short time, the big impact you've had in a Lopes uniform. How tonight were you kind of soaking it all in?
You know, you got to go all out. So our home floor, you got to play hard. We're in a position to, you know, go somewhere with it. So we have to get the sweep and just stay with it.
Yeah, a lot on the line for the Lopes. You guys are hoping for a top seed heading into the WAC tournament. What do you think is working for you guys? How do you hope to carry this momentum into Vegas?
Defense. We harp on our defense, and that's what keeps us in games. Just continue to make our rotations and play hard defense, and that's what keeps us going, and hopefully that can keep us going in the WAC conference as well.
And for you personally, what was the key to your success? A season high 19 points.
Just stay with it. Wait for the shots to come to me.
And before the game?
Wait for the shots to come to me, stay ready, and, you know, when it comes to me, I just got to be ready to shoot and just play basketball.
And before the game, I know this year with COVID, everything's a little different. It's affecting travel, so family and friends might not have been able to be here for your special night. But when you saw family and friends on the big screen wishing you the best tonight, what did that mean to you?
It kept to my heart because, you know, some family didn't make it, some did. So I just had to go out for them on my senior night and just show them what they're watching at home and just play hard for them.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in Vegas, and thank you for making it fun to watch you here. Congratulations on a great Lopes career and your senior night.
Thank you.
All right, and the Lopes take care of business tonight. The final 80-64 over Seattle University. They got these back-to-back games, putting them in a very good position heading to Vegas next month. We're going to discuss all the madness when we come back right after this.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
I would say to anybody considering maybe skipping graduation to spend a long time thinking about participating. I think it's a great opportunity to really take advantage of a moment that you only get once in your life. It's an opportunity to really experience something that highlights all the hard work that you've put in.
Not very many people get to experience that in their life. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to do that, and I think the memories that come out of that are just incredible.
Herff Jones, by your side.
Lopes are victorious 80-64 over the Redhawks from Seattle University. Barry Butel alongside Scott Williams. So glad you could join us as the Lopes sweep this two-game set to close out the regular season in conference play. And they're hitting on all cylinders right now. This style of basketball is one in which, you don't see it. I mean, you don't see it in women's basketball. This is a very full court pressure. I mean, they're in your face.
Yeah, like I said, that Monster Red Bull mixture, she just gave that to those players at the locker room at halftime, and they came out and responded after a little bit of a sluggish start. It kicked in, and they were off and running. 85 points average in the 2-game set. I mean, that's just tremendous. They shot over 50% again tonight. And just defensively, just like you say, tenacious, really holding the Red Hawks without field goals for large stretches of this basketball game. And just they could never really continue to keep momentum. When they would get a little streak going, Lopes had found a way to throw them off balance again.
Our player of the game, who else? Nidasia Jackson.
Fantastic effort, and I love that interview that Kate got afterwards, because she was just so complimentary of her teammates and the Coach Miller's style of play, in which they just want to play hard, making the extra pass, knocking down shots and three-point shots, really looking for one another, and I think that leads to the higher field goal percentage, nearly 53% shooting last night, 52% shooting tonight, made 11 three-point shots, but she was a monster. She was all over the place. The 8 boards, the 5 assists, deflections, and steals. I love this one right here. Yeah. Big hug from the team, from your coach after the game on senior night.
19 points, a season high. Why not on senior night? 8 rebounds, 5 assists for Nidasia Jackson. She is our Copper State Credit Union player of the game. How about the, you mentioned 11 three-pointers tonight.
Yeah, on fire behind that arc. And anytime, like I say, that ball goes below the free throw line, especially if you get all the way down to the block, brings all the defense down in that paint area. I mean, you can see them trying to scramble and rotate back out to some of these shooters. You can't get out there in time, and the Lopes made them pay. And knocked down 10 three-point shots last night, 11 tonight. I mean, they're a tough team to beat with the defense that they play, moving that basketball around, really spreading them out that Red Hawks team defensively. They tried to pack it inside, and that 1-3-1, it had some holes, but the Lopes really made them pay when they were able to move that ball. What Coach Miller likes to say, precision passing, not just moving the ball, but moving it with precision, finding those hot shooters.
Let's revisit our 3 keys, brought to you by Sanderson Ford.
Yeah, honey hush. I mean, I think they did a good job opening this basketball game. They forgot about the successes from Friday night, came out and jumped on the Red Hawks early in this game, but the Red Hawks didn't go. I give them a lot of credit for that. And then just being the killer whales out there, working in a pod mentality, working together for each other. 23 assists after 20 last night. I didn't think they'd crack 2 nights in a row. And then what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. Lopes do such a good job, always ball hockeying the defense. Only ended up with 6 steals tonight, but forced a number of turnovers. And in the 6 steals that they did get were of that pick 6 variety. Coach Miller likes to use that phrase there. That leads to easy buckets the opposite way, and that's how you shoot over 50% 2 nights in a row.
Okay, well, you knew the Red Hawks were not going to come back after a disappointing opening game, which they only shot like 24-25%. They come back here. They led it 41-40, but then in the third, and then the Lopes come back. They outscore them 40-23, and they end up winning this game. Little adversity. They came back. Now they're getting ready for postseason play. Where do you see this team? What do they need to do, and what do they need to continue to do in Las Vegas?
Well, you can't change who you are now. I mean, you are who you are. They do it with defense. Nana Jackson summed that up perfectly. Number 1 in the nation in steals at 14 a game. Number 2 at forced turnovers a game, 24 in a quarter a night. That's who they got to be. Can't change who you are this late in the season, but you got to do what you do consistently for that 3-game set in the tournament. Try to come out with that WAC Conference Championship title.
It's going to be a lot of fun at the Orleans
Vegas,
Arena.
baby.
Vegas, baby, at the Orleans in Las Vegas for postseason basketball. But that'll do it from here at GCU Arena tonight, where the Lopes are victorious over the Seattle Redhawks 80-64. Next up for the women, that number 2 or number 3 seed in the upcoming tournament. But please join us again next Friday for GCU men's basketball as they host Utah Valley. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful Saturday night.